Jua now to Liam Smith. Smith now through almost everybody. Still got the shot off and a save by Aiden Karst. Tyler Dix grabs it behind the net. Pressure there by Heber. Dmitry Aksanov over to Scott Jua. Jua with a shot deflected by Smith into the blocker of Aiden Karst. Jua gets the second chance. Couldn't get it away from Rosinski's. But does Aksanov comes to help him out. Liam Smith trying to pinch in as well. Caught up in Aksanov's skates and now picked up there by Braden Rosinski, who's got the lone goal in this game. Gavin Otto got it away. Now Aksanov to Liam Smith. Trying to kick the spaceman in the midst of a line change. Liam Smith pressured there by Dylan Parks. Over to Aksanov. Shot there, patted away by Karst. Here come the spacemen back the other way. Rosinski's had it knocked away by Aksanov. But picked off there by Hayden. Liam Smith knocked out the puck. Still with it. And buck comes across. Cameron Schaefer met there by Cameron Reese. Tyler Dix comes in there. They play along the boards. Pass right down in front. Shot saved by Dreisbach. Point blank opportunity by Jake Hayden. Candelaro looking for Cameron Reese. Tyler Dix knocks it away from him. They battle along the boards. That line's been out there a while. Liam Smith, Tyler Dix, and Dmitry Aksanov. Cameron Schaefer trying to pinch it out. And Reese comes out with it. Knocked away by Aksanov, who knocks it down off of linesman Mike Myers. Aksanov with a shot was blocked there by Joseph Wade. Jets finally in the midst of a line change. Picked up by Aiden Racosta. Racosta leaves it there for Carson Stomp. Over for Grady Smith. Smith then feeds it over to Sam Hansen. Hansen out of Connor Mulligan. Lost it in his skates. Couldn't keep it in. So the delayed offside. Forces Carson Stomp to tag back up. And allows Joseph Wade to bring it out. Leaves it for Dylan Parks. Parks pressured off the puck there by Grady Smith. Racosta kicks it over to Stomp. And now Rylan Wempe grabs it. Wempe trying to get around Connor Mulligan and pushes him to the outside. Aiden Racosta to Carson Stomp. Stomp trying to get it out. Bouncing puck to Grady Smith, and Smith will bring it in. Grady Smith, the 17-year-old from Gaylord, Michigan, over to Stomp with a shot, and Karst makes the save. Ethan Lorraine bouncing puck off the skate of Karst. And a puck driven down into the Jets zone. Icing will be the call. 15:56 to go here in period number 3. The Jets are firing everything they can at goaltender Aiden Karst. But so far, Karst up to the task. 27 shots, 27 saves for the 19-year-old from Mossany, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think what might be the key for this game is he is leaving quite a few rebounds out front. And yet they're either A, tying the Jets up in front of the net, or there's nobody there for that rebound.
Lee wins the draw over to Otto, shot it wide. Jua couldn't keep it in, picked up by Stratman, who sends it right back in. Spacemen go for a line change. Gavin Otto behind the net, and here he comes. Gavin Otto, the 18-year-old from Colorado Springs, Colorado, over to Scott Jua, long shot into the glove of Aiden Karst, and he wisely hangs on with 15:33 to go here in period number 3. Well, Matt, naming the flight deck awfully full, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Quite a few of the guys up here hanging out.
There are 227 Metro Jets up here on the flight deck at the moment. That's a guesstimate count. I may be off by a couple.
100.
A couple 100, yeah. Jua tried to keep it in. He'll get it back in the neutral zone, sends it across. I expected Gavin Otto to be there. Puck deflected up and into the spaceman zone. Matt Shacker for Colson White. Here comes White. White puts on the brakes, sends it across, looking for Shacker, who couldn't get a handle on it. Back over to Heber. Heber with a shot, bouncing puck off the skate of Brendan Dreisbach. Picked off there by Max Lee. Lee will bring it in. He'll back in and then go after his own dump in. Off-angle shot. Looking for the off-angle, looking for the shot there. Trying to bank it off of Karst. Nifty play there by Max Lee.
That was. They had some good speed, dumping that in like that, going right back after it.
Sam Hansen keeps it in. Gets a little bit of help from Jonah Clark. Clark now had a pickpocketed by Matt Shackert. Driven him into the board. Jason Shores with a pickpocket. But Colson White grabs it. 14:28 to go here in period number 3. Fort Wayne clinging to a 1-0 lead. Austin Chartel started the game in goal for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Lasted all of 30 seconds before coming off in favor of Aiden Karst. And Karst has been dynamic between the pipes. He has stopped every shot he has faced so far. As the Jets working on 30 shots. They're at 28. Dylan Parks. Pickpocketed by Cam Maxwell. Maxwell's got some room. Maxwell fires off the blocker of Darst. Lorraine keeps it in. Maxwell will go after it. Cam Maxwell, one of the 4 original players on this Metro Jets elite team. Chambers had an opportunity, couldn't pull the trigger. Picked up by Jake Hayden. Hayden around the boards, intercepted by Eli Schwartzer. Over to Maxwell, knocked away from him. Kept in though by Connor Mulligan. Mulligan looking for Maxwell, who couldn't hand-eye it towards the net. Maxwell lost it there to Dylan Parks. Parks wraps it around the boards. Hayden tripped over the net. Cameron Reese dumped on the boards. Picked up by Mulligan. Mulligan to Chambers. Chambers wraps it around the boards. Cam Maxwell will go after it. Kept in by Lorraine with a shot. Patted away by Aiden Karst. Mulligan couldn't keep it in. Comes back to Ethan Lorraine. Lorraine through the logo at center ice. He'll bring it in. Through almost everybody. Backhanded looking for Noah Chambers. Had it knocked away from him. Axonoff off the bench. And a penalty coming. It's going to be on the Jets. It's going to be on Ethan Lorraine. Or is it? It is. So for the first time today, the Metro Jets will go on the take of the bat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. And the Jets on special teams, 83% on the penalty kill. While the Fort Wayne Spacemen, 7 for 35 on the power play, a 20% clip. Good for eighth best in USPHL Elite action. The Jets and the take of the mat, Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Here comes Liam Smith. Smith trying to bring it in. Poked away, shot! Save made, rebound, and he scores! Dmitry Axonov, shorthanded, has given the Jets a 1-1 tie. Has Dmitry Axonov, the 17-year-old from Wallen Lake, Michigan, his second goal of the season, and it comes shorthanded. The game is tied at 1 apiece. Oh, you wanted a big goal. You got it shorthanded from Dmitry Axonov. And it's 1-1. First shorthanded goal of the season for the Metro Jets Elite.
But they still have to kill off this Fort Wayne penalty.
And they still have to kill off the penalty, but Dmitry Axonov on the taking of the mat. Michigan athlete training shorthanded kill.
That was only like approximately like 30 seconds into this. That was only about like 30 seconds into that penalty kill. Great job by the Jets. Now they just have to kill this one off.
Metro Jets penalty, the number 56, Ethan Lorraine. A 2-minute minor for high.
As right now, Fort Wayne trying to press as they gather it up back behind the net. Put it back down the other way. They're tied up behind the net. You got 2 Fort Wayne players going on after it. Now 3, back out front, quick shot, and they score. Wow.
Power play goal, they respond. Dmitry Axonov shorthanded. Well, Cameron Reese just responded on the power play for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. As Cameron Reese the 20-year-old from Cottonwood Heights, Utah, picks up his third goal of the season. And just like that, back to a 1-goal deficit to the Jets.
And right now, this elite squad just has to be shaking their head. They get a shorthanded goal there on that, and then the spacemen come back and respond right away with that goal. Now the Jets elite squad back down 1.
11-11 to go here in the third period. 2 quick goals on that power play. 1 shorthanded by the Jets. 1 power play by the Spacemen. Metro Jets first goal, a shorthanded goal.
Well, let's see if the Jets are going to be able to respond. Now we're back on 5-on-5. Just down the 1 goal. We got a quick shot. They score!
And they score again. Carson Stomp makes it 2-2. Oh my! Carson Stomp, the 19-year-old from Kingsville, Ontario, Canada. His first career junior goal, and it's 2-2.
How about this for a game?
Wow.
Man.
We got to catch up on the goals on the PA.
Right? Well, I tell you what, it was a great job by the Spacemen responding to that shorthanded goal by the Jets. The Jets going down by 1, and then the Jets come right back after that to respond to tie this game right back up at 2. As that puck goes off linesman Alexi there, trying to get it back over. They get it over into the Jet zone. Jets are going to try to break out, comes back over center ice. Tries to get it up to Shockhart, misses that, and we're going to, I believe, go down for an icing. Puck's going to come back down the other way.
Assisted from Liam Smith at 7:50 of the third period. Fort Wayne Spaceman's first goal on the power play, his third goal of the season. Scorer by number 14, Cameron Reese. Assisted by number 11, Matt Shacker. Time of the goal, 8:40 of the third period. That's the Spaceman's second goal, came on the power play. Reese, his third of the season from Shacker at 8 minutes 40 seconds of the third period. So we're almost caught up. So we'll catch you up. Dmitry Aksanov shorthanded from Liam Smith at 7:50. Then 50 seconds later, Cameron Reese with a Spaceman on the power play. His third of the season from Matt Shackert at 8:40. And then the very latest goal, Carson Stomp. His first career goal as a Metro Jet from Aiden Ricosta at 9:14.
Oh, right off the post.
Of the third period. So 3 goals, Matt Naiman, in a span of 1 minute and 24 seconds. We went from 1-0 to 2-2.
That just goes to show you exactly how quick this game can change. It only takes seconds to put one in the back of the net, and we've seen that in the minute 24 here as the Jets coming back down the other way, right up over center ice.
Time of the goal, 9:14 of the third period.
Another shot in, goes wide. As Ricosta is going to dump it back around. Smith going in after it over into the corner.
So 2-2, 3 goals in 1:24. Stomp right there, and Cars covers it up.
And that was kind of deceiving. Lorraine dumped that in. Wasn't a very hard shot. He just kind of just dumped it in there, and the puck fluttered out front. And I think that's going to be one of the keys for this right now, because right now Fort Wayne's leaving a lot of rebounds right now. And they're starting to park guys out front now. You're starting to see that. So we'll see if this is going to change the momentum of the game here for the Jets.
Shots now 5-4 in favor of the Jets here in the third period. 31-19 overall, also in favor of the Jets. But give credit to Aiden Carr stopping the first 28 shots he faced. But now has allowed 2 in the last 3 shots. And we got a 2-2 hockey game, Matt Naiman. Jason Shores over to Sam Hansen with a shot partially blocked. Shores lost it in his jersey. Picked up there by Hayden Stratman. Max Lee grabs it. Knocked away from him by the 93 of Hayden. And Cameron Schaefer dumps it in. Karster Wempe. 8:35 to go here in period number 3. 3 goals in 1:24. 2 by the Jets, one of them shorthanded. Fort Wayne with a power play goal. And we've got a 2-2 hockey game. with 8:20 to go here in the third period. Cameron Schaefer spins back in his own corner. Send it across over to Sam Hansen. Hansen now will bring it in. The third-year Metro Jet. Leaves it for Jonah Clark. Clark winds up, fires wide of the net. Noah Chambers, the newest member of the Jets, with a shot into the glove. His third of the season from Dylan Parks and Matt Shackard. That came at 8:40 to give the Spacemen a 2-1 lead. But that lasted 34 seconds as Carson Stomp tied the game again for the Jets. His first of the season from Aiden Ricasa and Grady Smith. That came at 9:14. And Matt Naiman, that's where we're at. 2-2 tie with 1:25 to go here in period number 3.
As the boys coming back out on the ice, talking, coming up, strategizing, talking about what they were talking about on the bench. Let's see what they can do with just 1:25 left.
The two top lines going head-to-head. Liam Smith with Tyler Dix and Dmitry Aksanov against Hayden Stratman, Matt Shackard, and Braden Rasinskis. Tyler Dix digs it out. Dix behind the net. Wraparound attempt. Shot save made. Rebound on the shot there by Aksanov. Another shot. That was saved. And Dix gets it back. Sends it back over to the corner. Trying to get it out. And they do. Courtesy of Alex Roth. 1 minute remaining in the third period. Puck goes out in the neutral zone. Back in the Jets end. Picked up by Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer now to Sam Hansen. Hansen for Tyler Dix, who backhands it into the zone. Liam Smith goes after it. But met there by Jake Hayden. 45 seconds left here in period number 3. 2-2 tie. Too far for Wempe. Schaefer knocks it away. Back into the Spaceman zone. Jake Hayden will retrieve it. Pressured there by Liam Smith. Tyler Dix is lurking as well. 28 seconds left. Hansen lost it in escape, but was bailed out by Cameron Schaefer. Stratman will send it in. 20 seconds left here in period number 3. Hansen trying to get it out. Gets some help from Aksanov. Gets more help from Liam Smith. 10 seconds left here in period number 3. And the Jets look to be content with going to overtime. But Smith, one last chance, and that's going to do it. Extra hockey here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Shots on goal in the third period. Fort Wayne Spaceman with 6. A 3-period total of 20.
Now anyone looking to tune in to the development program, the Metro Jets development program, MJDP, versus the Fort Wayne Spacemen. That one is going to be running a little late because of this overtime, but we will get you tuned in right when this game is done. So see what they can do is we're going to have some 3-on-3 hockey.
Indeed. 3-on-3. The teams will switch sides.
This is always some fun stuff to see.
Oh, yeah.
I love the 3-on-3.
Both teams guaranteed a point. So the Fort Wayne Spacemen, a minimum 2-point advantage over the Chicago Crush, who have 5 games in hand on them. The Metro Jets, at the minimum, move to a tie for third in the Midwest Division with the Chicago T-Rex. Jake Howie, head coach of MJDP right there with elite head coach Danny Vanderweel. Those of you expecting the Vital Title pregame show with MJDP and Fort Wayne Spacemen, well, you get some bonus overtime hockey in the USPHL Elite side. 2-2 tie. For those of you just joining us for the MJDP Fort Wayne Spacemen premiere broadcast, you get some bonus hockey. Overtime here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Metro Jets, of course, the home team, wearing the home blues, the white and red trim. They'll be skating left to right on your television screen with a Fort Wayne Spaceman out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are, of course, the road team wearing the road whites, orange, gray, and black trim. They'll be skating right to left on your Black Bears TV dial. Liam Smith, Tyler Dix, Cameron Schaefer for the Jets. The Spaceman counter with Colson White, Braden Rasinskis, and Alex Roth. And here we go. Overtime. Alex Roth with the puck. This really opens up the ice for the speedsters of both teams. Every mistake is crucial, like that one. Tyler Dix over to Liam Smith. Well, Dix now over to Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer with a shot, patted away by Darst. On back, big hit there. Nice play by Schaefer. Dix is down on the ice. So it's basically 3-on-2 at the moment. Dix will head back. He'll head off the bench. Now picked up by Liam Smith. Long stretch pass, looking for Dmitry Aksanov. Aksanov with a shot on the side of the net. Liam Smith comes back with it. Leads it for Connor Mulligan. Mulligan over to Aksanov. Back to Mulligan. Connor Mulligan sends it toward the net. Deflected save made. Nice pad stop there by Cars. Comes back over to Aksanov. Aksanov fires just wide. Grady Smith off the bench. Oh, knocked away. Breakaway for Colson White. He'll go one-on-one with Brendan Dreisbach. Nice play by Dmitry Aksanov to get back to negate that breakaway. Big play by Dmitry Aksanov. This game tied.
That was just huge. He did a great job. Got his stick in the way. The only opportunity he had was to take that backhand. That is now the second time that the Jets have made a play like that, keeping the player to the outside and only allowing them a weak backhand.
3:48 to go here in overtime. Aiden Racosta against Hayden Stratman. Racosta wins that draw cleanly for Gavinotto. Carson Stomp on the ice. He's the one that tied this game for the Jets. And Cars wisely covers with 3:37 to go here in OT. Very quick line changes in overtime. Liam Smith right back out with Dmitry Aksanov and Gavinotto. Goes by Karst. Rylan Wempe to Jake Hayden. Picked off by Liam Smith. Smith steps up, fires just wide. Comes back to Aksanov, who brings it out. He'll feed it across over to Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer now with the puck. Goes behind his own net, sets up the play. Waits for his teammates to get settled, and here we go. Liam Smith. He'll go one-on-one with Jake Hayden. He goes around him. Gets a Roman shot off the post. Picked up by Schaefer. Boy, Liam Smith, you talk about speed. My goodness.
Yeah, he was really able to accelerate right around him.
Here comes Rylan Wempe. Wempe with the puck. With a shot blocked by Schaefer. Stratman able to knock it over to the corner. Liam Smith will grab it. Liam Smith will feed it over to Aksanov. Aksanov back over to Schaefer. Cameron Schaefer will set the play up again. Matt Shackert is lurking. Here comes Schaefer. Schaefer through center ice. He'll bring it in. Looking for Aiden Racosta. Racosta parked in front of the net. Trying to slide by Braden Haber. A penalty coming in overtime. So what will happen here is we'll skate 4-on-3. And the spaceman, Braden Heber, a 2-minute minor for holding. With 2:15 left in overtime, basically gives the Jets the rest of overtime on the power play. Timeout, Metro Jets. And Danny Vanderweel, head coach of the Jets Elite, wisely calling a timeout. Can't really skate 3-on-2, so we'll skate 4-on-3. So the Jets with the extra player on the ice.
And then as that continues, it'll be 4-on-4 until a whistle, and then back to 3-on-3.
But with 2:15 left here in overtime,
it may not get there.
It may not get to that point, exactly. Fort Wayne spaceman penalty for number 41, Braden Heber, a 2-minute minor for holding. Penalty called at 2:45 of overtime. That's a spaceman, Heber, 2 minutes for holding at a 2-minute 45-second mark of overtime. Metro Jets go back in the Metro Jets Foundation power play. So they heard the call by the PA voice here at the Mount Clemens Ice Arena.
Yeah, I'd like to know where that guy's from. You know,
it's the voice of God.
You get to fill in for Mr. Matt McKinder.
So the Jets come out with Tyler Dix, Dmitry Aksanov, Liam Smith, and Cameron Schaefer. 3 forwards, 1 D. Good draw win by Liam Smith. To Cameron Schaefer, to Tyler Dix. Dix to Axonoff. Axonoff over to Schaefer. Schaefer, soft pass to Axonoff, who scored shorthanded. Axonoff steps in, fires it across. Tyler Dix couldn't get a handle on it. Back over to Cameron Schaefer. Schaefer at the point. Schaefer fires off the blocker. Off guard, rebound to Smith. Pass saved by Cars. Liam Smith comes back with it. Over to Schaefer. Schaefer back over, knocked away by the 77 of Rosinski. And Rosinski's around Schaefer. Here goes Braden Rosinski. The shot there, pass saved by Dreisbach. Minute 30 to go here in overtime. Back to Axonoff, over to Cameron Schaefer. Couple big stops by both goaltenders in this overtime. Tyler Dix. Over to Axonoff. Axonoff steps in, fires! Oh, just missed the top corner. Kept in by Connor Mulligan. Mulligan over to Tyler Dix. Top of the face-off circle. He'll set up shot, fires, blocker save. A minute 5 to go here in overtime. Axonoff with the puck. 1 minute remaining in overtime.
Right now, just 45 seconds left in this power play by the Jets.
Hogan to Dix with a shot off the side of the net and fired down into the Jets zone. 48 seconds left in the overtime. 30 seconds left in the power play. Mulligan now will bring it in. Jets with reinforcements on the ice. Cross over to Grady Smith. Smith over to Mercasa. Back to Smith. Smith with a shot. Looking for the deflection. Goes wide. Mulligan back over to Grady Smith. Back over to Mulligan. Him and Smith will play a little catch. Smith over to Mercasta. Mercasta with a shot. Blocked by Stratman. Mulligan trying to poke it through. Picked up by Carson Stomp. Stomp over to Smith. Grady Smith now with the puck. Over to Connor. Over to Mercasta. Back to Smith with a shot. Patted away. Both teams back at full strength.
Now we got a bit of 4-on-4 for another 5 seconds here.
5 seconds left, and Matt Naiman. Overtime's not enough. We're going to a shootout. Shots on goal in the overtime. Fort Wayne with 2, game total of 23. While the Metro Jets with 6, game total of 41. We now go to a best-of-3 shootout. And the Metro Jets, of course, the home team, have the option of choosing going first or deferring. The goaltenders will switch sides one more time. Shootout, Matt Naiman.
First one of the season.
Indeed. First one for the home opener for the Metro
Yes.
Jets Elite. And we go to a shootout. Daniel Luska, former Metro Jets Elite, he's like, man, I want to play. What's up with these guys?
Right?
Best of 3 shootout. And both goaltenders, Brendan Dreisbach, Aiden Karst, will head off.
Let's see who's going to be the first shooter. I think it's going to be Stratman.
And
Maybe.
the Jets have the option to take the first shot or to defer.
Well, it looks like they are going to defer. Is it going to be
Indeed.
Stratman? No. Stratman's heading down onto the bench.
Number 26, Colson White. So it's Colson White, the 17-year-old from Fort Wayne, Indiana. He'll go one-on-one with Brendan Dreisbach. Our first shootout of the season. Best of 3. And here we go. Colson White will go one-on-one with Brendan Dreisbach. White steps up, blocker side, backhand shot, patted away by Brendan Dreisbach. Shooting first for the Metro Jets, the 22, Liam Smith. Liam Smith will go one-on-one with Aiden Karst. Smith, his first career opportunity in a shootout in his junior career. Here comes Liam Smith, blocker side, goes to the blocker side, and he scores! Metro Jets lead 1-0 after round 1. Shooting second for the Fort Wayne Spaceman, the 77, Braden Rosinski. Rosinski will go against Dreisbach. Puts on the brakes, backhand, and he scores! 1-1. Braden drives back in the backhander.
The shootout's going the same way the game went.
Indeed. Shooting second for the Metro Jets, 94, Dmitry Aksanov. Aksanov with a short-handed goal. Earlier today, it's 1-1. Aksanov looking to make it 2-1. Shot into the glove of Aiden Carr. 1-1 after round 2. Shooting next for FtWayne Spaceman, the 94, Hayden Stratman. Hayden Stratman will try to give the Spaceman the lead. He'll pick up the puck at center ice. He'll go blocker side and Brennan Dreisbach. Go the forehand, patted away by Dreisbach. Who puts it into the hands of Tyler Dix. Shooting third for the Metro Jets, number 2, Tyler Dix. If Tyler Dix scores, the game is over. If he misses, we go to sudden death shootout. Dix, glove side, scores! And that's gonna do it. The Metro Jets have won in a shootout by a score of 3-2. Final score, Metro Jets 3, FtWayne Spaceman 2.
What a game.
How about that? How about it, Matt Naiman?
Wow.
Tyler Dix, the overtime hero, the shootout hero for the Metro Jets, who win it by a score of 3-2 in a shootout. Your Ocean Blue Development 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Ocean Blue Development out of Tampa, Florida, developing residential real estate aimed at workforce buyers in the great state of Florida, and providing investors with attractive risk-adjusted returns by investing in small to mid-sized residential real estate development projects in high-demand markets around the southeastern United States. Number 3 star of the game, with the game-tying goal for the Metro Jets, the 43 of Carson Stomp. Your number 2 star of the game, also for the Metro Jets, a short-handed goal that got the Jets on the board in the third period for the Metro Jets, the 94 of Dmitry Aksanov. And your number 1 star of the game, the game-winning goal in the shootout for the Metro Jets, the number 2, Tyler Dix. He's going to be your Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. And for the second time today, he will talk to Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar as a play for Bray prayer circle. The 2 teams that it means the most to, wouldn't you say, Matt Naiman? As he's getting things ready to go. Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar will talk to Tyler Dix, your Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. Scores his first goal of the season and could have been more important, the game-winning goal in the shootout for the 20-year-old Mount Clemens native, Tyler Dix, who's standing by with Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on-ice reporter Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, Tyler, we're back. This time you've scored the game-winning goal in a shootout. Can you tell us how you made that happen?
I don't know, honestly. I mean, I was kind of coming down, not going to lie. The nerves were definitely there. I kind of had an idea where. Ooh, that one was straight down the back. Well, okay, now I got soaked underwear. Okay. No, I mean, I was just coming down. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I just trust my shot, put it right past his glove. Got my get back. Just feels good. I didn't even know it was a game winner either. So, just a lot of emotion, but just happy, thrilled. So
you guys really came back in that third period there. What was the message going into that?
Just finish it out, close it out, get pucks deep. I know you like that saying, get pucks deep, go north. Play north. The coaches pound on our heads, do little things, the big things will take care of themselves. So it's just doing that, micromanaging the game, and I think we did a pretty good job of that, close it out. So. All
right, great job today. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Sarah, thank you so much. We're going to step away for about 30 seconds and come right back for our second game of our Wednesday doubleheader. Final score of Game 1 in USPHL Elite play. The Metro Jets in a shootout, 3-2 winners over the FtWayne Spacemen. You've been watching Metro Jets hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. The following is a presentation of Black Bear Sports Group. Watch the entire 2025-2026 United States Premier Hockey League season exclusively on the new home of the USPHL hockey. That's Black Bear TV. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan, at the former two-time USPHL Premier, Midwest Division champions, and three-time National Championship Tournament participants, the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club behind the flight deck, alongside Colorado's Black Bear TV broadcast producer Matt Naiman. And Matt Naiman, we got to readjust ourselves. What a game of our first game of our Wednesday doubleheader. The Metro Jets Elite 3-2 shootout winners over the Spacemen.
You couldn't have asked for a better game for a home opener for that Jets Elite squad. Fantastic game on both sides, both Fort Wayne and Metro there. Just an unbelievable game. That's a great game played.
Well, we got to readjust ourselves. We got to recalibrate USPHL Premier play. Third home game of the season for the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP. So let's waste no time, Matt Naiman. Jump right into the Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show based in Farmington Hills, Michigan. We're located in Strong, Michigan, and Florida. Vital Title is your real estate insurance leaders, led by Jamie Naiman. With over 30 years of experience, your property transaction offers the security of knowing your real estate transaction has been executed. Expert attention to every detail. Learn more at VitalTitleAmerica.com or call 248-388-9376. MJDP 1-3 after their first victory of the season last Friday against the Fresh Coast Freeze. And for MJDP, Matt Naiman, what a huge victory last week against the Freeze. Biggest thing on that, though, Matt Naiman, was the fact that DP finally got a W in the win column with that 5-3 victory. Yeah,
that's something they really needed to get in their pocket. And it's going to be a tall order here against this Fort Wayne Spacemen team, as the development team having a bit of an issue, I guess you could say, with their start. They haven't played many games, but games that normally they would win, and they haven't, and so they're having a bit of a problem here. So let's see if they can't straighten this out.
And the Fort Wayne Spacemen, leaders in the USPHL Premier Midwest Division, lost their first game of the season, but since then have rattled off 9 wins in a row. They're 9-1, tops in the Midwest Division. And just like their elite counterparts, they're already a quarter of the way through the season. This is their 11th game of the year.
Yeah, so it's going to be, these guys have definitely meshed. They're playing really well together, and they're going to continue to do that against this development program of the Metro Jets, and the Jets are going to be looking to stop that 9-game winning streak that they got going on right now.
And let's meet the players from MJDP that are making an impact, including your leading scorer. He's also the leading scorer amongst defensemen, despite not having no goals. He wears number 93 for MJDP, the 17-year-old from Wheeling, Illinois. The 93 of Daniel Luska is your points leader. No goals yet, 5 assists on the season. One of the graduates of the Metro Jets Elite program.
Yeah, and Luska's one we know that he can wake up at any time, and I know he wants it. He's got the assist, so he's a developing playmaker. He had 29 points last year with the Metro Jets Elite, so he's moved up in the standings, you can say, with the Metro Jets organization. So we're going to be looking for him to create a little something here this game.
Second on the team in scoring is your reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division Offensive Player of the Week. Wears number 11 for MJDP, the 18-year-old from Miami, Florida, Lucas Benavides. Benavides, 3 goals, 1 assist, 4 points on the season, and you got to see him a little bit earlier than before the regular season starts at the LATAM Cup.
Yeah, and that was really cool. That was a great event, and last year, playing with the Archbishop McCarthy Mavericks, 19 goals, 10 assists, 29 points. So we know he's a young man that can put pucks in the back of the net and create plays, and they're going to be looking forward to him doing that here this game.
Tied for third on the team in scoring also happens to be the USPHL Premier Midwest Division Defensive Player of the Week. Wears number 46 for the MJDP, the 17-year-old from Vilnius, Lithuania. It is Paul Jusianis. Jusianis, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. Coming over from the Chicago Cougars last season, the elite program. Jusianis, he has been a force on that blue line, and he's only 18 years old.
He has been in last year with the Chicago Cougars, having 20 points. with 5 goals and 15 assists, just in that assist column from that blue line. Definitely a contributor into the game of hockey.
Both Benavides and Yuzusianis are your offensive and defensive player of the week. Yuzusianis is tied for third on the team in scoring with the gentleman who wears number 91 for MJDP, the former Atlanta Mad Hatter, the 18-year-old from Dallas, Texas, Aiden Rabone. Rabone, no goals yet, but he's got 3 assists on the season, and he has been awfully strong so far for MJDP.
Yeah, and right now last year playing for the Atlanta Mad Hatters Elite, he had 5 assists last year, so he's already looking at surpassing that, a total of 14 points with 9 goals and 5 assists. So he's looking to top that here this year.
Also tied for third on the team in scoring. Wears number 57, one of the newcomers for MJDP, the 19-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Ben McLean. McLean, no goals yet, but he's got 3 assists. He is definitely a playmaker on this MJDP squad.
He did last year playing for the Westside Mutts, Florida High School, in 19 games. 15 goals, 15 assists with 30 points. So we know he's a kid that can make something happen.
And answering the calling goal this afternoon for MJDP, wears number 1. He made 1 appearance for the Jets Elite team, pitched the shutout, stopping all 13 shots he faced in a 2-0 victory by the Jets Elite over the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite in their overall opener. Gets the call up to the premier side, the 19-year-old from Highland, Michigan, the 1, Cooper Langley. Langley, as we mentioned, 1 game for the Elite squad, pitching a shutout for the former Atlanta Capitals.
And that's just something that, you really, you look at his prior numbers with that, with even having a 7.52 goals against and an 808 save percent, that doesn't do him any justice for actually the type of goaltender that he actually is. He's very good. He's very good between the pipes. He's very good at keeping an eye on that puck and tracking it. So we're going to see what he can do here against this Fort Wayne Spaceman
Well, you
team.
saw what he did when he started the year with the Minnesota Moose in the NA3.
Yeah.
A 296 goals against average, a 923 save percentage. He went to, let's call it what it is,
Yeah.
a bad team at the Atlanta Capitals. And he did the best he could. And now, after 1 game on the Elite side, he gets the call up to the Premier side, but he faces some heavy hitters, the team to our left, who play their home game in the PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. It is the 2-time and reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The Spacemen, we mentioned, lost their opener this year. The very first game of the season, an 8-2 count to the Red River Spartans, but since then, they have rattled off 9 wins in a row, including 2 against this MJDP squad.
Yeah, that was just something with that opening game loss that they had to Red River. I think that really woke up this team. And, man, I'll tell you what, they're going to be coming out with fire. And, a 9-game win streak, they do not want to let that slip.
And they are led by the gentleman who's 2nd overall in USPHL Premier in scoring, wears number 70 for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the 19-year-old from Tomsk, Russia, Ivan Barnashov. Barnashov already in just 10 games, 11 goals, 12 assists, 23 points on the season, 2nd overall in USPHL Premier in scoring.
Yeah, you're looking at that last year with the Fort Wayne Spacemen with 38 games played with 17 goals and 34 assists for a total of 51 points. What a player.
Highest scorer amongst defensemen on the roster is the 2nd overall scorer for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, wears number 7. His 2nd year for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the 20-year-old from Bromont, Quebec, Canada, the number 7 of Antoine Bonnet. Bonnet, his 2nd year with the Spacemen after coming over from the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. 7 goals, 11 assists, 18 points on the season for the player that wears number 7.
Yeah, just unbelievable. Bonnet with last year, 47 games, 18 goals, 29 assists with 47 points. Another contributor into the success of this Fort Wayne Spaceman team.
3rd of the team in scoring is another one of them Russian Army players, if you will, as we lovingly refer to Kelly Schrock's team. He wears number 89 for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, his 3rd year wearing a Spaceman uniform. The 20-year-old from Volgograd, Russia, it's Bogdan Vysotsky. Vysotsky, 9 goals, 4 assists, 13 points on the season.
And just another one, just unbelievable last year. 45 games played, 34 goals, 31 assists, for 65 points.
Chase Lacey is 4th on the team in scoring. He is not dressed, an upper body injury. So the player right next to Vasovsky is currently tied for 5th on the team in scoring. Another one of the Russian Army players, the 18-year-old from Moscow, Russia, the 17 of Mikhail Volyabyov, 4 goals, 5 assists, 9 points on the season.
Yeah, and you look at last year, playing with the Decatur Blaze with 46 games, 13 goals, 20 assists, 33 points. I'll tell you what, this team right now is lined up with playmakers and goal scorers. That's something that this MJDP program is really going to have to watch out for.
Also tied for 5th on the team in scoring. Where's number 5 for the Fort Wayne Spacemen? And one of the newcomers to the Spaceman roster, the 18-year-old from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, is Preston Slater. Slater, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points on the season.
Yeah, Slater's going to be a young man that is just going to be contributing into the success of this team with 28 games played, 1 goal, 12 assists last year with a total of 13 points. So this whole their front line coming out here is just a real force to be reckoned with this season so far.
And answering the call-in goal here this afternoon from the Fort Wayne Spacemen, it's the 19-year-old from Rudny, Kazakhstan, the number 1, Gleb Rakov. Rakov coming over to the Spacemen from the St. George Ravens in that potent Greater Metro Hockey League out of Toronto. 24 games played last year, a 368 goals against average, a .907 save percentage, 2 shutouts on the season for Rakov, who will answer the call against Cooper Langley.
Yeah, and that's going to be a really good goalie matchup here this season. So we're going to see, or for this game, so we're going to see what this can do. We're going to see how these lines hold up. And I think more importantly, how well the D holds up this blue line on both sides, because either of these teams at any given time can break out and get those breakaways and score goals as the numbers show.
And let's be fair to the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The first 2 games of the season were hastily scheduled just a week prior to the games actually being played down at F&M Bank Arena in Clarksville, Tennessee. An 8-2 loss to the Spartans, but they rebounded with a 5-3 victory the next night on September 14th. Since then, the Spacemen have rattled off 9 wins in a row, 2 against the Chicago Crush, 1 against DP, another one against the Cougars. The Spartans came up to Fort Wayne, and the Spacemen swept them. Another win against the Cougars, and their most recent game a week ago today, a thriller, a 5-3 victory by the Spacemen over this MJDP squad.
Yeah, and that was one on that last game. DP needed to stay out of the box on that one, and they weren't able to do so, and Fort Wayne took advantage of it. So they're going to have to look out for that, not get those penalties, stay out of the box, get the pressure on them, and go for the W and stop this 9-game win streak that Fort Wayne has going on right now.
And that's been the Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show. As we coming up next, it is the Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop pregame interview. Locations throughout the Metro Detroit area, including one less than a mile down the road from us here at MCIA. Get your morning started right for a quick picnic up during the day. That's Tim Hortons Cafe and Bake Shop. Standing alongside for the second time in about 2.5 hours, normally the head coach of the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite. He's going to take over bench duties today for head coach Kaylee Schrock. It is Cam Wyrick. And Cam, number one, appreciate you coming up here in light of what just happened about 15 minutes ago. What a game. Let's talk about that game. What a game. 3-2 shootout victory by the Jets over the Spacemen. But I got to ask, Austin Chartel was supposed to start in goal, but what happened?
I think a little miscommunication on our end. Aiden was actually supposed to start. I think we just got our numbers mixed up, 35-32.
Okay.
So we didn't want to cause any issues, obviously take a penalty early on. So
right.
I was like, Chartel, just get us started for the first shift. Aiden, you're going out. That's what we promised him last night, that he would get the start today. So
yep.
that was just a little miscommunication on our end.
That's all right, because we saw him on the starter line and all that, and then I was like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, we were wondering if it was an injury or something, but no, great coaching call there. Coming off that game, now I guess the good news is you don't have much time to think about the last game. You can just jump right into this game, MJDP and the Fort Wayne Spacemen on the premier side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just to briefly touch, absolute incredible game on both sides
my gosh,
with the elite game, right?
I left my heart pills at home.
I know. I know. I'm like trying to I'm exhausted right now getting ready for this one. So, quick turnaround, obviously, for the coaching staff today. But we're excited. It's not very often that we get this opportunity. Actually, the second time this year we have. Our first weekend against Red River was kind of thrown at us. So, Jared and I were able to be on the bench and call the shots there for that weekend. So, we're excited. I know the guys are excited, too. It's, a little bit of a change, obviously, maybe a little bit of different kind of coaching styles, but we're excited. We're ready for the challenge. It's not going to be an easy one. Obviously, it's going to probably be just as close, if not closer, than the elite game was. And I know our guys are excited for it.
And to be fair, the first two games of the season down in Clarksville, Tennessee, there's no other way to put it. And we're on your side on this. It was hastily put together.
Yeah.
And so you guys had to scramble to get down there to Tennessee. First game, come out. Don't want to say you laid an egg or anything, but it was just a lot in a short amount of time. But since then, the Spacemen have rattled off a 9-game winning streak, and a lot of that success goes to that Russian army you guys have.
Yes. Got to give credit when credit is due. Those guys are all over the ice. It's not just offensively, right? They're committed in the D zone. They've bought into our structure since day one. Adding Nikita, who's a new player this year, obviously Barnashov and Bogdan are returning players, so they know the kind of structure that we want to play at, and I think it benefits their play style, which is kind of like, I don't want to call it a run and gun, but let's take our chances offensively, be responsible in the D zone, but when we get a chance to attack off of turnovers, they're going to do it, get pucks to the net, and be hard to play against.
It is so hard to replace arguably one of the very best players in USPHL Premier history in Alexis Toussaint. It's very hard to replace somebody like that. Yeah. And we've dealt with that with the Metro Jets. How difficult is it to replace arguably some of the strongest goaltenders in USPHL Premier history, dating back to Will Augustine, Danny Miscavige, Freddie Soderberg, et cetera, et cetera. How hard is it on your side to replace somebody like Toussaint?
Yeah, it's hard, right? He's one of a kind for sure.
And full disclosure, one of my favorite players to watch.
Well, appreciate that. Yeah. No, same here. He was even enjoy in the locker room, always smile on his face, never a bad day with the kid. Makes coming to the rink a lot more enjoyable, not only for the staff but for his teammates too. But yeah, I think replacing that. It's a collective group. We do have a lot of returning guys this year, and they've stepped up in big time roles, which is the communication that we had with them going into camp this year is, who's going to step up and kind of be our offensive leader and, be that guy that we can lean on in tight games, against the Metro Jets or MJDP, whoever it might be, the top teams in the country. And, I think collectively as a group, obviously the Russians offensively, but just collectively as a group inside the locker room, it's been a lot of our returning guys like the Robert Grosses, your Aiden Byler's, those guys that play.
Davis is another one.
Dylan
too,
Davis,
yeah.
right? That guys that maybe make the jump from elite to premier that come in, know the structure right away, know the team culture that's been established over the last 6-7 years, and it makes it an easier transition than maybe a lot of people think.
You guys are on a 9-game winning streak. MJDP coming out with their first victory of the season last Friday against the Fresh Coast Freeze. And the last time these two teams played, it was a scrappy game to say the least.
Yeah.
Fort Wayne coming out on top with a 5-3 count. What do the Spacemen have to do to make it 10 in a row?
Yeah, I think it's got to be from the get-go, right? We gotta jump on pucks right away, establish our forecheck. It's kind of the same MO I told you about elite, right? We play this kind of the same structure. I think it's going to be our start. The message to our guys here recently is just don't be complacent. That's great. We won 9 in a row, but let's make it 10. Let's make it 11. Let's keep building this thing. Make it a well-oiled machine by the end of the year, and just don't take any days off, any games off. That's the message.
Cam, always a privilege, my friend.
Absolutely.
Good to see you. We'll
Yes.
see you here in a couple weeks for
Yep.
the USPHL Fort Wayne Showcase.
Absolutely. Excited to have you down, Matt.
Thank you, buddy.
Yep, thanks.
Cam Wyrick, head coach today for the Premier side, as we are going to jump right in the pregame ceremonies, opening drop of the puck, as we are a little behind on the schedule. For those of you tuning in, we were supposed to drop the puck about 4 minutes ago, so let's jump right into the Golden Greek scratches for the game. Before and after the game, located right across the street from MCIA, the official restaurant, the Metro Jets Hockey Club. Scratches first for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. As we mentioned, scratch number 25 of Jace Lacey, and a number change to the 47 of Brendan Benke. For the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, scratch number 24 of Connor Wheeler. Also scratch number 66 of Braden Graham. And add number 53, John Lejabokov. A little bit later on in the show, Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar will be talking to the players making an impact in today's game. A member of United States Figure Skating, USFS, with your focus on figure skating is individual, competition, testing, or recreational. MCFSC is for you. All these opportunities as well will be becoming a part of the Spirit Family of Figure Skating are available to you when you become a member. Here in just a few minutes, we'll jump right into the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization starting lineups. The Metro Junior Jets, Mount Clemens Hockey Club, offer a Little Jets Learn to Skate program, house and travel hockey programs for girls and boys. The Junior Jets are also the only organization in Michigan to field a parent Junior A hockey program. There's 3 of them here at MCIA. A true development ladder of some of the most experienced coaches in Metro Detroit. It is the Metro Junior Jets Hockey Organization. So Matt Naiman, the boys have to stop the 9-game winning streak by the Fort Wayne Spacemen, coming off their first victory of the season. How does MJDP do it?
They're just, A, stay out of the box. B, they're going to have to really pressure, keep these guys out to the outside, especially their playmakers and their goal scorers. They're going to have no choice but to keep them on the outside and prevent the shots, block shots. And the Jets are going to have to go after any rebound they can get. They're going to have to park someone out in front there. They're going to have to move that puck around, creating the open ice, finding the open ice, and getting those shots off.
Third of 6 meetings between these two clubs. These two teams played on September 27th and October 8th. Both down at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Fort Wayne skating to an 8-1 victory back in September. But last Wednesday, it was a scrappy one, with Fort Wayne coming out on top, 5-3.
Yeah, and that's just one. The boys are going to have to stay out of the box. And they're going to have to, like I said, create that open ice. They're going to have to find it. They're going to have to get it because they got a lot of playmakers and goal scorers here on this Fort Wayne team. So it's going to be a challenge, and I think we're going to see another goaltenders duel here today.
This is the 31st all-time meeting between MJDP and Fort Wayne. MJDP with 14 wins, 13 losses, 1 overtime loss, 2 shootout losses. Fort Wayne counters with 16 wins, 11 losses, 2 overtime losses, 1 shootout loss. Very, very close rivalry.
Yeah, you're looking at this is pretty much a 50-50 toss-up. This game could go either way. And, it's going to be the pressure on the development team here to get that win, to get back into the win column and, build on that. Fort Wayne does not want to let this 9-game win streak go. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hey, as your friends just made it out onto the ice.
Yes, the referees
we got
are
Lipstaff,
making their way
Perks,
on the and Vandelinder, Brian Vandelinder. We'll meet the referees here in just a little bit as we get set to go. Third of 6 meetings between MJDP and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. MJDP, after today, they won't play again for 9 days until Friday, October 24th at the Rink BC in Battle Creek, Michigan. They'll take on the Battle Creek Colonels. Well, the Spacemen's next game is also against the Colonels, but it's this Friday, October 17th, over at the Rink BC. Then a quick trip over to Chicago on Saturday, October 18th, against the Chicago Cougars at the Summit Sports and Ice Complex there in Lockport, Illinois. Before the Spacemen's next home game is against MJDP's brothers from across the locker room, the Metro Jets, next Wednesday, October 22nd.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, with everything going on right now, this Metro Jets organization is going to get to know the Fort Wayne Spacemen squads very, very well.
Are you hungry again? Good Lord. Tyler Naiman with so much food, it's unreal.
Feel this bag.
Good, what is in there? Good Lord, is anything for me in there?
Ooh.
Wow. So here we go. Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, will fire off against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena for the second game of our Wednesday doubleheader. This matchup in the USPHL Premier play between the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, who will face off against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Let's meet the starting lineup, and first for the visitors out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Starting at left wing, the 19-year-old from Tomsk, Russia, the 70, Ivan Barnashaw. Starting at center, the 18-year-old from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin, the number 5, Preston Slater. Starting at right wing, the 20-year-old from Volgograd, Russia, the 89, Bogdan Vasovsky. Starting in defense, the 20-year-old from Bromont, Quebec, Canada, the number 7, Antoine Bonnet. Also on defense, the 18-year-old from Denver, Colorado, the 24, Xavier Templeton. And starting in goal, the 19-year-old from Rudny, Kazakhstan, the number 1, Gleb Raykov. Head coaches for today is Cam Wyrick. And now the starting lineup for the Metro Jets Development Program. Starting at left wing, celebrating his 18th birthday today from Garden City, Michigan, the 71, Caleb Curto. Starting at center, the 19-year-old from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the 57, Ben McClain. Starting at right wing, your USPHL Premier Midwest Division Offensive Player of the Week, 18 years old from Miami, Florida, the 11, Lucas Benavidez. Starting on defense, the USPHL Premier Midwest Division Defensive Player of the Week, the 18-year-old from Vilnius, Lithuania, the 46, Paul Yuzhutsinis. Also on defense, the 18-year-old from Macomb, Michigan, the 53, John Legibokov. And starting in goal, the 19-year-old from Highland, Michigan, the number 1, Cooper Langley. Head coach of MJDP is Jake Howie, assisted by Danny Vanderweel. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise, if you're able, remove your caps to the playing of the Star Spangled Banner. Pre-game ceremony is complete. National anthem is played for the second time on our Wednesday doubleheader. It's time to play some USPHL hockey, this time on the Premier side. As your referee is Grant Libstaff. The linesmen are Tim Perks and Brian Vanderlinder. The Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP, of course, wearing the home blues with white and red trim. They'll be skating right to left on your television screen. While the two-time and defending USPHL Premier Midwest Division champions, the Fort Wayne Spacemen, play their home game to the PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are, of course, the road team wearing the road whites with the orange, gray, and black trim. They are skating left to right on your Black Bear television dial.
Yeah, I'm looking at some of these players right now. Take a look at the size of number 7.
Antoine Bonnet,
Wow.
6'4", 200.
Big boy right there.
Bonnet is second season with the Spacemen, coming over from the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. As we are set to go, we're underway, third meeting of the season between MJDP and the Fort Wayne Spacemen. Bonnet will grab the puck, pressured there by the birthday boy, Caleb Curto, celebrating his 18th birthday today. Scored his first career junior goal in the last game for DP in that 5-3 victory over the Fresh Rose Freeze last Friday. Picked up by John Legibokov. Legibokov off the board, looking for Curto, lets it go down into the Spaceman zone, icing the call, 19:27 to go here in period number 1. Early going here in period number 1, second game of our doubleheader. USPHL Premier Midwest Division Goaltender of the Week, Sumner Wood of the Fort Wayne Spacemen, serving as the backup today. for Gleb Rakoff. The starter for the Spacemen. We'll meet him here in a little bit. Icing a call, 19:10 to go. Couple icing calls to get things started here. A lot of Metro Jets up here in the flight deck watching their opponents next Wednesday, October 22nd at the PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana. That should be a good one, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, that is going to be a very good game because we do know how good this Fort Wayne Spaceman team can be.
Metro Jets' next home game is 2 weeks from tonight, Wednesday, October 29th. The Jets will play this very MJDP squad. Bell shot there off the blocker of Rakoff.
Right across the paint.
Jarrett LeGros battles there with Robert Gross. Those two battled quite a bit in the Elite days last season, didn't they?
Yes, they did. Doing a good job battling up against the wall here and here.
LeGros to Benderka. Nathan Wolf is right there as well. Aiden Rabone. Trying to send out in front. LeGros had to stick with it in the last second. Mikhail Gorbanoff over to Volyubioff. Sticks it in. Langley now for Spencer Stanhope. Stanhope lost it there to the 15 of Volyubioff. Nikita Volyubioff. Spell that Volobuyiev. Volobuyov. Over to Michael Scully. Michael Scully, his 4th season with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. And the puck sent in by Clovis Gamelin. Leaves it there for the 929 of Colin Nelson. Kept in. Alex Fournier deflected up with the netting and out of play. 17:47 to go here in period number 1.
Well, so far it kind of looks like both sides just kind of feeling each other out, seeing what's going on and how they're going to play. And we're about to see, you're going to see the game change as guys start getting settled in on this game because Fort Wayne knows how important it is going to be to get that 10 in a row. And where
sure.
DP is going to want to stop it.
Alex Fournier around Aiden Byler. Fournier leading there for Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin with a shot. Rakoff, the screen made the save. Picked up by Wilson, intercepted by Gamelin. Gets a little help from Thomas LeBlanc. Wilson knocks it over the neutral zone, picked up by Daniel Luska. Daniel Luska, it has not been any kind of apparent, shall we say, trials or tribulations for Luska transferring from elite to premier. He's the leading scorer for MJDP going into this game.
Yeah, he's just really fit right in and able to take that position in.
LeBlanc a Gamelin with a shot. Rakoff with a save. Big opportunity there, and Rakoff comes up big.
He's been able to settle right back in to this on this
wide
side.
Open Dylan Davis with a shot off the post. Oh my! Had Cooper Langley beaten and hit the backhand and a shot off the post. Keeps this game at 0-0. Picked up there by Ronnie Lubers. Landon Graham will send it in. Rakoff will leave it there for Brandon Benke. Here's Yusianis over to Lejabokov. Can't have any simple names like Smith or Jones.
No, not at all. You're playing hockey here, man.
Bonet now up to the 6 of Tyson Feinfrock. Feinfrock, big boy himself, 6'4", 198 pounds. Shot there to put it over the glove of Langley. Knocked away, Lubers. Here's Yusianis. Sends it across over to Blake Brackett. Brackett, the 18-year-old from Fairfield, California, to Ronnie Lubers. Lubers, one of 7 players graduating to MJDP from the elite team 1 year ago. Preston Slater looking for Versatsky, who's not small either. 6'5", 210-pounder. Blake Brackett with speed. Trying to get around Nathan Wolf. Brackett one-handed towards Rakoff and now picked up by Preston Slater. Knocked away from Benavides. Benavides now to Ben McLean. Knocked away and trying to feed it to Boscovich, and now picked up by Vasotsky. Vasotsky to Barnashov. Goes on the delayed offside. The Barnashov will bring it back. Send it across over for Robert Gross. Gross sends it in. And here comes MJDP off a skate. Xavier Templeton, the former Stanley Lake Gator, shot scores! Lucas Benavidez with the goal! Your USPHL Premier Midwest Division Offensive Player of the Week continues his torrid pace as Lucas Benavidez, the 18-year-old from Miami, Florida, his 4th goal of the season, and MJDP strikes first. They lead 1-0. And Matt Naiman, that was huge for MJDP's confidence against this potent Fort Wayne Spaceman team.
That was exactly what they needed. That first shot went in a bit wide, came right out in front, and he was there for that rebound, and that's just the one thing that this Jets organization, this Jets team here is going to have to capitalize on, those opportunities.
We know Lucas Benavidez' mom and dad are watching down in Miami, Florida. Looking forward to meeting them at the Tampa Showcase in January. And they just watched their son, reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division Offensive Player of the Week, Lucas Benavidez, makes it 1-0 for MJDP. Here comes Robert Gross. Knocked on the puck there by Alex Fournier. Older brother Enric watching up here in the flight deck as Daniel Luska bouncing puck in just wide of Rakoff. Luska tried to feed it up, knocked away by Robert Gross. It was Lucas Benavidez, his 4th goal of the season from Ben McLean and Caleb Curdo at 5:04 of the first period to give MJDP the 1-0 lead. Metro Jets Development Program's first goal.
I couldn't ask for a better play right there. Good opportunity. And we're just going to have to see if the Fort Wayne Spacemen are going to be able to respond on this.
Time of the goal, 5:04 of the first period. That's MJDP's first goal. Benavidez, his 4th of the season from McLean and Curdo, the 5-4 mark of the first period.
You got an icing on Fort Wayne. It's going to come back down the other way.
How about Lucas Benavidez, the 18-year-old from Miami, Florida, of course, discovered by the Metro Jets at the AmeriGold Lat-Am Cup back in August down there in Coral Springs, Florida. What a pickup! My goodness,
that was, and I'll tell you what. When I was down there for, actually I was down there for the whole month, but some really, really good hockey players in that whole tournament. There's some good stuff. It was great to see players from all over the world. It was just unbelievable what they do for that tournament.
And Lucas Benavidez, man, what a fine shot there. Samuel scores! It's 2-0. Clovis Gamelin. Bonjour, Gamelin Femla. That's Clovis Gamelin. Makes it 2-0. The 18-year-old from Saint-Amand, Digrafam, Quebec, Canada, picks up the goal, his 2nd of the season. And MJDP comes out swinging. They lead 2-0.
That is not the start that we thought we were going to see. We thought this was going to be a real back-and-forth hockey game, and it just seems like the Fort Wayne might, are they a little overconfident coming in with 9 in a row?
2-0 score. My goodness. MJDP coming out swinging here in the first period against the Fort Wayne Spacemen. And they're coming back again. Brockett looking for Ryan Jacobson. Jacobson keeps the puck in. It was Clovis Gamelin, his 2nd of the season, from Chris Kobayashi and Thomas LeBlanc at 6:50 of the first period to give the MJDP a 2-0 lead. Metro Jets Development Program's 2nd goal.
It was a great job by Gamelin there to go up by 2 as the Fort Wayne Spacemen going to try to respond on this as the Jets have it over in the corner.
And number 92, Thomas LeBlanc.
Right back out front. Stanhope is going to dump it in. They're going to go for a change.
From Kobayashi and LeBlanc at 6 minutes, 52nd mark of the first
Davis
period.
misses it center ice.
2-0 score, Matt Naiman. You couldn't have asked for a better start for the Metro Jets Development Program.
No, this is definitely a shotgun start here.
Donald Pratt now with the puck. He'll send it over into the corner. Met there by Benavidez. Puck comes across. Knocked out into the neutral zone. We mentioned about Benavidez playing in the Amerigo Lat-Am Cup, playing for Team Central America. Curto with a shot, save, rebound. Comes around, there's a shot there by Benavidez, saved by Ray Koff. Oh, MJDP still coming out. But as we mentioned, Benavidez playing for Team Central America at the Lat-Am Cup. And he has been a pleasant addition. Shot there by Badurka, and Rakoff makes a save. Let's meet Gleb Rakoff, the 19-year-old goaltender from Rudny, Kazakhstan. Played for the St. George Ravens in that potent Greater Metro Hockey League out of the Toronto area. 24 games played last season, a 368 goals against average, 907 save percentage, 2 shutouts for Rakoff, who has been a nice addition to this Fort Wayne Spaceman roster. But at the moment, MJDP already 7-2 in shots over the Fort Wayne Spaceman here in period number 1.
Yeah, and right now Fort Wayne just doesn't seem to have an answer right now for the pressure that MJDP is putting on.
LeGros with a shot was blocked by Nelson. Rakoff will play it. Bouncing puck, and now picked up by Barnashov. Over to Visotski. Bogdan Visotski knocked away by Daniel Luska. Daniel Luska just turned 17 years old 6 days ago. You talk about a player with a bright future here at the Metro Jets Hockey Club. As Langley makes the save. Puck comes back to the 91 of Aiden Rabone. Rabone tried to split the gap on the 2 Spaceman defensemen. And here comes Antoine Bonet. Bonet pressured there by Gamelin, picked up by Luska. Over to Alex Fournier. Fournier to Rabone, who deflects it in. Knocked away there by Preston Slater. Slater down to Bonet. Kept in though by the 92 of LeBlanc. Bonet now feeds it back over to Bogdan Visotski. Visotski will bring it in. Pressured by Yuzushinis. Gives it over to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin now had it knocked away. Kobayashi battles along the board with Barnashov. Yuzushinis over to Lejabokov. Now to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin now hopped over to stick of Chris Kobayashi, and Rex Wallington grabs it. Pickpocketed by LeBlanc, but knocked away by Robert Gross, the 20-year-old Fort Wayne native. Yuzushinis keeps it in. Over to Rakoff. Kobayashi trying to keep it in. Lejabokov over to Yuzushinis. Yuzushinis now sends it over into the Spaceman zone. Big Nathan Wolf. Listen to 6'3". He looks a little bit bigger than 6'3".
He does. Some of these guys, especially when they get those skates on.
That pass comes across to Robert Gross. Knocked off the puck there by Lejabokov. And here come the Jets the other way. Lejabokov will send it in towards Rakoff. Nathan Wolf pressured by Lejabokov. And it comes back to the 15 of Nikolai Volyabulov. Had that puck knocked away from him. Picked up by Landon Graham. Graham trying to feed it to Jacobson, knocked away by Rex Wallington. But Graham gets it back, 2-on-1 if they hurry. Landon Graham fires off the blocker of Rakoff. Comes back to Graham. And a penalty coming to MJDP as Landon Graham will head off. 2-minute minor for tripping on Landon Graham. 2-minute minor for tripping on Graham. And the Jets, MJDP, go on the ticket to the mat. Michigan Athlete Training penalty kill. They're at 60% right now. Got some work to do in that regard. While the Fort Wayne Spacemen, 29% on the power play, 10 power play goals, and 35 opportunities with a man advantage. Opportunity for Spacemen to try to crawl back in this game. Bardurka over to Caleb Curto. Curto with a shot into the glove of Gleb Rakoff. Rakoff leads it there for Antoine Bonet. 2-0 score in favor of MJDP. Ivan Barnashov knocked away there, but Visotski bails him out. Over to Bonet. Bonet now feeds it across. Over to Garbanov. Garbanov with a shot. Saved off the glove of Cooper Langley. And knocked down into the Spaceman zone. Rakoff will play the puck there. Metro Jets Development Program penalty. The number 17, Landon
As
Graham.
Barnashoff is going to bring this over center ice into the zone. Barnashoff passes it back.
MJDP's Graham, 2 minutes for tripping. At the 11 minutes, 39 seconds.
Fort Wayne trying to set up. Going to take the quick shot right off and wide.
Mission athlete training penalty kill.
As it's able to be batted back, and that is going to be, I believe, a hand pass.
Yes, it is. 7:09 to go here in period number 1. MJDP 2 goals in a minute 46 seconds apart. Lucas Benavidez, his 4th goal of the season from Ben McLean and Caleb Curto at 5:04. And then Clovis Gamelin, his 2nd of the season from Thomas LeBlanc and Chris Kobayashi at 6:50 has given MJDP a 2-0 lead. Other games being played today. We'll get to those in a little bit. A few games. One final, the Islanders Hockey Club. 2-0 winners over the South Shore Kings.
Wow!
And goal. Nikolai Volyebuov picks up the goal on the power play. The 5th goal of the season for the 19-year-old from Dnipro in the Ukraine. Makes it 2-1.
It's just something they're going to have to look out for. This Fort Wayne team, they're full of goal scorers and playmakers, and
you
they gotta
cannot
watch out
take
for
your
them.
foot off the gas.
No.
Nikolai Volyebuov picks up the goal on the power play for the Spacemen. They pull in 1. Michael Scully with a shot deflected. There's a shot, they score!
Wow. Just like that, tied it 2.
Evan Wilson, the 18-year-old from Columbus, Ohio, makes it 2-2 with his 5th goal of the season. And just like that, the Spacemen have tied it. 2 quick ones by Fort Wayne, and all of a sudden it's 2-2. Evan Wilson, the former Olentangy Orange Pioneer, makes it 2-2 for the Spacemen. Those goals coming 16 seconds apart. Wow, that was good. Where'd you guys get that at?
I have no idea. Tyler brought it up here. The wife grabbed
Where's
it.
that from?
The Bucharest Grill.
Huh, where's that at?
I have no idea. Detroit's best sandwich wraps.
Well, Tyler's going to have to tell us where that's at, because
I'll tell you what, it smells fantastic.
that may be dinner tonight for me. Holy cow, that was good. My goodness. Nikita Volyebuov, his 5th of the season on the power play, unassisted at 13:05. And then 16 seconds later, Evan Wilson, his 5th goal of the season on the assist from Volyebuov.
Oh, here we go.
At 13:21. Byler on a shot, saved by Langley. Cooper Langley giving up 2 quick ones there to make it 2-2. Fort Wayne Spaceman's first
Jets are going to have to settle it back down, try to get back control of this game, but Fort Wayne just pressing.
Volyebuov, unassisted at 13:05 of the first period. That's the Spaceman's first goal on the
As Fort Wayne still in the zone, Jets able to clear it out.
His 5th of the season, unassisted at 13:05 of the first period. Fort Wayne Spaceman's 2nd goal.
Right up to center ice, he's going to take the shot. He's going to gobble that one up, not let that go anywhere.
Number 15, Nikita Volyebuov. Time of the goal, 13:21.
Good stop by Cooper Langley. As we got 5:21 left in this 2-2 hockey game right now in the first period.
Of the first period. So Nikita Volyebuov, a goal and an assist already. And here comes MJDP. LeBlanc with a shot into the big paw of Gleb Rakoff, who hangs on with 5:14 to go.
And I think he knows better after those first 2 goals not to give up any rebounds, as he did not put that back down to keep the play going. He stopped the play. Both sides making some changes.
2-2. MJDP's goals coming a minute 46 seconds apart. Fort Wayne Spaceman goals coming 16 seconds apart. And the shots at the moment, 10-8 in favor of MJDP. Yeah, we got to find out where that is. I'm thinking that's.
Yeah, I've never heard of the place.
I was originally thinking of Olga's for dinner tonight.
Yeah.
That's on the way home. So.
I something with the Olga's. I could do their salad all day long.
Oh,
I
the
love
peasant soup, dude.
Yeah, that's some good stuff too.
I could take a gallon of that and just sit there and eat that all day. Offside the call. 4:30 to go. We knew, Matt Naiman, that this Fort Wayne Spaceman offense is potent, to say the least. 2 goals, 16 seconds apart. It's 2-2.
Yeah, just like you had stated earlier, you cannot take your foot off the gas at all with this Fort Wayne team. They'll come back, and that's exactly what they did in this 2-2 hockey game right now.
And one of the Russians, Nikita Volobulev, a goal and an assist already. Ronnie Luber's long-range shot goes wide, picked up by Michael Scully. Into Luber's skates. Volobulev. Cross over to Antoine Bonnet. Bonnet. Skating by himself, trying to feed it out in front, looking for Robert Gross. And here comes MJDP the other way. Alex Fournier lost the wheel. Gorbanov feeds it back to Scully, who fed it up to Bonnet. Now Gross. Now to the puck by Landon Graham. And it comes back to Michael Scully. Scully, the 19-year-old from Fort Wayne, Indiana. His 4th season with the Fort Wayne Spacemen. And now 2-on-1. Gross to Volobulev with a shot, and he scores! Beautiful feed by Robert Gross to Nikita Volobulev. His 2nd goal of the game. 6th of the season. It's 3-2 Fort Wayne.
Just something you can't do against this Fort Wayne team. That puck laying right out in front. Nobody picked them up.
Nikita Volobulev took that pass on Robert Gross and just drove it past Cooper Langley. And it is 3-2. Fort Wayne Spacemen, 3 unanswered goals after being down 2-0. Dylan Davis knocked away there by Boscovich. Davis gets it back, but on the delayed offside, Ben McLean will come back with it. Nikita Volobulev, 2nd of the game, 6th of the season from Robert Gross at 16:33 has given his Spacemen a 3-2 lead.
Now it's going to be time for the Jets to try to respond back to tie this game back up.
Fort Wayne Spaceman's 3rd goal is
as
second
they're
of
trying
the game.
to get it out of their own
Scored
zone
by
right now.
Nikita Volobulev. Assisted by number 3, Robert Gross.
Long stretch pass
Goal, 16:33
up to
the first
Curto's,
period.
not able to handle it.
Spaceman's 3rd goal. Volobulev is 2nd of the game, 6th of the
Wilson's
season.
going to take that at center ice, drive it right back into the Jet zone.
Period.
Pass back up to Curto. Curto's going to bring it into the zone and dump it.
Raykov gloves it down for Rex Wallington. Wallington comes back with it, sends it across over to big Bogdan Vasovsky. Knocked away from him, and now Noah Berdurka's got speed. Berdurka steps out, fires! Oh, just missed the corner. Aiden Rabone sends it over in the other corner. Yuzushinez winds up and fires. And Raykov had to be aware on that one. Back to Yuzushinez. Deflected by Rabone, goes wide of the net. Rabone back to Yuzushinez, over to Lajamokov. Lajamokov sends it over to the corner. Noah Berdurka. Berdurka leads it for Jarrett LeGros, and unintentionally or otherwise. Over to Rabone. Aiden Rabone back in for LeGros, knocked away by Wallington. Back to Yuzushinez. Comes back to Preston Slater, long stretch pass to Ivan Barnashev. Barnashev for Vasovsky. Vasovsky lost control, trying to feed it back to Barnashev. 3-2 to score. Fort Wayne, 3 unanswered goals after MJDP took a 2-0 lead. Listowski trying to feed it across. Gets it back. Backhand shot off the glove of Cooper Langley. And the puck goes down and into the neutral zone. Picked up by Bonet. 1 minute remaining in the first period.
Kobayashi.
The shot, and Rakoff makes the save with 54.7 seconds left here in period number 1.
That's the thing with any one of these teams. The giveaways like that in the zone, they can be so dangerous. Can't allow that to happen on either side, as either team can take advantage of that, and this game could really get out of control real quick.
It took to a shootout in the last game to get to a 3-2 score. It's already 3-2. Still the first period here in this one. Fournier sends it in through the legs of Scully. Kobayashi driven to the boards, picked up by Robert Gross. Comes across over to Luska. Luska off the skate of Gorbanov. Kobayashi feeds it back to Luska, over to Alex Fournier. Fournier sends it across over to Chris Kobayashi. Now to Clovis Gamelin, who scored the second goal for MJDP. Over to Alex Fournier. Scully knocked to the ice. But here come the spacemen back the other way. Gorbanov sends it across. And Gross with a shot, and he scores! Robert Gross, what a beautiful feed by Mikhail Gorbanov. And it's 4-2. Robert Gross, the 20-year-old from Fort Wayne, Indiana. His first goal of the season, and the Spacemen respond with 4 unanswered goals. This one was 6.6 seconds left.
Wow.
In period number 1.
That was just something the Spacemen just got their wheels. They got off to a slow start. Jets 2 quick goals there, and now 4 unanswered in the time span. Quick goals here in this first period.
My goodness. Long-range shot on Cooper Langley with 0.7 seconds left here in period number 1. 4-2. Robert Gross from Mikhail Gorbanov and Nikita Volobulov. He's already got 3 points today. Fort Wayne Spaceman's 4th goal. His first goal of the season, scored by number 3, Robert Gross. Assisted by number 17, Mikhail Gorbanov, and number 15, Nikita Volobulov. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 53 seconds of the first period. That's the Spaceman's 4th goal. Gross, his first of the season, from Gorbanov and Volobulov at 19 minutes, 53 seconds of the first period. Shots on goal in the first period, Fort Wayne with 11, MJDP also with 11. The score at the end of 1 period of play, Fort Wayne Spacemen 4, MJDP 2. Coming up next, National Coney Island first period recap, and we're going to talk to the USPHL Premier Midwest Division reigning Offensive Player of the Week. Got the scoring started for MJDP, the 18-year-old from Miami, Florida. The 11, Lucas Benavides, standing by. Well, Mount Clemens Figure-Skating Club Honors reporter Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So, Lucas, you scored the first goal of the game. How did that play develop?
Honestly, we got the puck in deep. We had Curto go down, win the puck in a battle. McLean took it behind the net, popped open to the dead spot like the coach has been teaching us, and I got it right there. Put it right on the left side.
All right, well, it worked. So what do you think that you guys did well in this first period that you can build upon throughout the rest of the game?
I think we started off well. We got the good forechecks going on, but then we kind of slowed down. Obviously, dump and chase, beat these defensemen, and we'll keep winning the game if we just keep doing that.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game.
Thank you.
Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you so much, Sarah. A wild first period, to say the least. The score, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 4, MJDP 2. We'll take a short break, about 7 minutes or so. Come back for a first period recap and start of the second period. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit, in Mount Clemens, Michigan. Game number 2 of our Wednesday doubleheader. This one in USPHL Premier Play. At the score of the end of one period, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 4, the Metro Jets Development Program 2. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club up high in the flight deck, soon to be rejoined by Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman manning the controls on the camera, while Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter Sarah Vassar continues to lurk about the building. As we'll jump right into the National Coney Island first period recap. National Coney Island has been in business since 1965, celebrating their 60th anniversary, and currently owns and operates over 20 restaurants here in southeastern Michigan. Corporate headquarters are located just down the road in Roseville, home of the original location. Call 1-888-44-CONEY and order now. Shots on goal in the first period. Fort Wayne with 11, MJDP with 11, and MJDP came out swinging in the first period. Lucas Benavidez, his 4th goal of the season on the assist from Ben McLean and the birthday boy, Caleb Curto, at 5:04, gave MJDP a 1-0 lead. A minute 46 seconds later, Clovis Gamelin made it 2-0 for MJDP. His 2nd goal of the season from Thomas LeBlanc and Chris Kobayashi at 6:50. MJDP with a 2-0 lead. But then the Fort Wayne Spacemen woke up. Led by Nikita Volobulev, his 5th goal of the season on the power play from Rex Wollington and goaltender Gleb Rakoff. That came at 13:05 to pull the Spacemen within 1. 16 seconds later, Evan Wilson, his 5th goal of the season on the assist from Michael Scully. That came at 13:21 to tie the game for MGD for the Spacemen at 2-2. Nikita Volobulev made it 3-2 with his 2nd of the game, 6th of the season from Robert Gross and Mikhail Gorbanoff. That came at 16:33 to give the Spacemen a 3-2 lead. Then with 7 seconds left, Robert Gross off a beautiful pass from Mikhail Gorbanoff made it 4-2 for the Spacemen. Gross, his 1st of the season from Gorbanoff, and Nikita Volobulev made it 4-2 in favor of the Spacemen. Nikita Volobulev, my goodness.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds you of Sergei Fedorov out there, don't he?
He's looking like it. I mean, he's we knew he was a playmaker just by looking at his numbers, and not only a playmaker, but obviously a goal scorer. So we'll see what response the Jets are going to have coming back into this 2nd period.
And as expected, Cameron Cyrus now in between the pipes for MJDP in favor as Cooper Langley. 11 shots, 7 saves for Langley. Getting the call up from the USPHL Elite Squad for the Metro Jets. So now Cameron Cyrus. We'll see what he can do. Cyrus with a 380 goals against average and an 895 save percentage is 0-1 this season for MJDP. He was the goaltender of record for MJDP in that 6-1 loss in the home opener back on September 19th at the hands of their brothers from across the locker room, the Metro Jets. As we get set for period number 2. MJDP, of course, the home team, wearing the home blues, the white and red trim. They're skating left to right on your television screen with a Fort Wayne Spacemen out of Fort Wayne, Indiana. They are, of course, the road team wearing the road whites with the orange, gray, and black trim. They are skating right to left on your Black Bear television dial. Period number 2. And as we mentioned, a goaltender change. Cameron Cyrus now in goal for MJDP. Caleb Curto, 2-on-1.5 if they hurry. Trying to send it across and knocked away there by the 7 of Antoine Bonet. Bonet now comes back with it. Big Antoine Bonet, listed at 6'4". Puck knocked away there by Lucas Benavidez. Comes back to Caleb Curto. Curto celebrating his 18th birthday today. Had it knocked away from him by the 24 of Xavier Templeton. Bonet to Preston Slater. Slater to Barnashov. Deflects into the DP zone, picked up by Donald Pratt. Pratt to celebrate his 19th birthday in just 9 days. Of the Thomas LeBlanc. LeBlanc now brings it in. Leads it for Kobayashi with a shot. Rakoff with a save. Knocked out of midair by LeBlanc. And comes back to Ivan Barnashoff. Barnashoff turns, feeds it across over to Rex Wollington. Wollington on the tip to Visotski. Knocked away from him. Now to Donald Pratt. Pratt now to Cobus Gamelin, who scored the second MJDP goal. Spencer Stanhope trying to feed it up to Thomas LeBlanc. Knocked away there. Now Wollington comes back with it. Rex Wollington sends it in. Gross to Wollington. Shot partially blocked. Here comes Stanhope. And they couldn't get to it in time. And Wolf knocks it right back in. Picked up by Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin off the board. Looking for Kobayashi. Picked up there by Colin Nelson. Nelson up to Volobuev. Volobuev trying to feed it over to Gross. Knocked away by Cyrus. Cameron Cyrus in relief of starting goaltender Cooper Langley. Now comes across. Volobuev with a shot. Goes wide of the net. Picks up his own rebound. Sidesteps one man. Shot there off the toe of Cameron Cyrus. Comes back to Nelson. Nelson now. Over to Robert Gross. Gross steps up. Across, another shot there. Volobuev couldn't pull the trigger. Cyrus knocks it away from Gorbanov, from the 17 of Gorbanov. Scully with a shot, goes wide. Gorbanov picks it up, sends it back over to the corner. Gross goes after it. Pressure there by Boscovich. Robert Gross picked it up, trying to feed it up to Gorbanov. Comes back to Michael Scully. Scully back, shot there, save, rebound, comes out. Robert Gross is right there at the doorstep. Chris Kobayashi backhands it in. Rakoff will play it. Leaves it there from Michael Scully. Spaceman in the midst of a line change. MJDP on a partial line change. Pass across over to Robert Gross at the end of a long shift. Picked up by Daniel Luska. Luska to John Lejabokov. Over to Noah Badurka. Badurka on a break. Badurka back and shooting stars! Noah Badurka pulls MJDP within one.
Great.
Big goal by Noah Badurka.
That was a great heads-up play right there. Saw him standing there at the line.
The 19-year-old from Petoskey, Michigan, picks up his first goal of the season, and MJDP pulls within one. They trail 4-3. Beautiful goal by Noah Badurka, the former Petoskey Northman. Makes it 4-3. That is what MJDP needed to climb back in this one.
And they did it early enough. They can hopefully tie this up, or if not, go ahead here in the second with the way these goals are going. I mean, we're only in the second period. There's already been 7 goals.
Badurka knocked it away there from Wilson. Jarrett LeGros knocks in the neutral zone. And here come the spacemen again. Aiden Byler trying to feed it across. It was Noah Badurka, his first of the season, from John Lejabokov and Daniel Luska at 3:15. Ripon with a shot off the skate of Rakoff. Well, comes out now Aiden Byler. Knocked away there by Donald Pratt. Metro Jets Development Program third
Yeah, and
goal.
Rabone tried to grab that neutral ice, wasn't able to get that.
Noah Badurka.
As it gets dumped right back in behind the other end.
And number 93, Daniel Luska. Time to goal, 3:15 in the second period.
As Jacobs puts that up and out of play.
First of the season from Lejabokov and Luska at 3 minutes 15 seconds of the second period. Big goal by Noah Badurka.
That was huge. Just a couple minutes into the second period, that's something they really needed to be able to climb back into this game.
Badurka joining MJDP at the midway point of last season, 7 goals, 7 assists. But more importantly for Badurka, he was tied for third on the team in scoring during the playoffs. Big game Badurka.
That going to be his new nickname?
Could be.
Call him Big Game?
Big game. This is a big game. Brackett sends it across.
Just outside.
Oh, Yuzianis could not keep it in. By the way, you spell that. Uzusienis. Paul Yuzianis. Yuzianis.
That's all you, man.
It can't be Smith. It can't be Jones. No.
Like I said, it's hockey. There's no normal.
Right.
There's no normal last names in hockey.
Blake Brackett. See, that's easy. Over to Jacobson. The Lubers with a shot. Ray Koff with a save. Here's Yuzianis. Bouncing puck goes wide. And by the way, he's your reigning USPHL Premier Midwest Division Defensive Player of the Week. That's Paul Yuzianis, former Chicago Cougar. Sends it over to Ronnie Lubers. Kept in by Rex Wollington. Wollington with a bouncing puck. Pad saved by Cyrus. Picked up by Ronnie Lubers. Barnashoff keeps it in. Knocked out of the midair by Ryan Jacobson. Sends it across over to Yuzianis. Over to Blake Brackett. Brackett now, backhand pass to Ronnie Lubers. Knocked away from him. Donald Pratt brings it out. Jacobson knocks it out of midair into the spaceman zone. Picked up there by the 9-29 of Colin Nelson. Nelson now to Barnashaw. Barnashaw pressured by Yuzianis, who knocks him to the ice.
We're going to have a penalty here.
Penalty coming. That was a Captain Insano move, wasn't it?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, it's crazy. He jumped up to get out of the
Kind
play.
of like a pile driver by Yuzianis on Barnashaw. My goodness.
Wow.
Either way, the Fort Wayne Spacemen are going on the power play. Jeez. They're 1 for 1, or excuse me, 0 for 1 on the take it to the mat. Michigan athlete training penalty kill. Paul Yuzianis. 2-minute minor for interference. That was like a pile driver. What is that? What is that called? Like a
suplex.
A suplex?
Yeah.
Yeah, something. Boscovich sends it over. All you wrestling guys would know what that move was. Metro Jet Development Program penalty, number 46, Paul Yuzianis. 2-minute minor for interference. Penalty called at 5:33.
As Fort Wayne's going to bring that all the way around, back up front. Good stick there to get that back out of the zone. As Jets able to clear that down, but into the linesman Perks. As Kobayashi's able to poke that puck into the zone.
Try to knock it away from Volobulev. And here come the spacemen. They're 1 for 1 on the power play. Volobulev knocked away by Boscovich. Gamelin to Stanhope, who sends it all the way down. Preston Slater will go after the 18-year-old from Wauwatosa, Wisconsin. Outside of Milwaukee, those of you know your geography of the great state of Wisconsin. Know where it's at?
Nope.
It's outside of Milwaukee.
I know where Milwaukee's at.
Well, it can't be east because that's Lake Michigan.
Good fishing.
If you go east of Milwaukee, you're in the lake. So it's north, south, east, west.
Okay.
That'll work. Not wrong. Barnashaw trying to go through everybody, and Legibokov knocks him to the ice.
I know it's in Wisconsin.
Yes, indeed. Not too far from the...
Oh my.
And that puck had eyes. My goodness. Ivan Barnashaw.
Wow.
Just had the stick down at the right second. And Barnashaw, second in the league in scoring, just picked up his 12th goal of the season. The 19-year-old from Tomsk, Russia, on the power play makes it 5-3. That puck had eyes. My goodness.
Just stayed right there on the ice. He was going to make the adjustment.
And all he had to-
right, 5-hole him.
What do coaches tell you? Keep your stick on the ice. Good things happen when the stick stays on the ice. Let that be a lesson. Keep your stick on the ice. And that's how Ivan Barnashaw just scored his 12th goal of the season. And that was on the power play. Cyrus trying to send it out, and does with a little bit of help. Fort Wayne Spaceman's 5th goal on the power play. His 12th goal of the season, scored by number 70, Ivan Barnashaw. Assisted by number 5, Preston Slater. Time to goal, 7:24.
The Jets now trying to make pressure quick shot.
Barnashaw, his 12th of the season, on the power play from Slater at 7:24, the second period. Ivan Barnashaw. Already, here it is, October 15th. Ivan Barnashaw, that's his 12th goal of the season. Foreplay. Dylan Davis. LeBlanc trying to get the icing, not going to do it. 11:08 to go here in period number 2. MJDP, after this game, their next game isn't for another 9 days. Got to wait till Friday, October 2nd. That is the next game here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show at 11:30 a.m. Face off at high noon, 12 p.m. Shot there off the toe of Cameron Cyrus. The Fort Wayne Spacemen will also travel to the rink BC, but that's this Friday, October 17th, at the date with the Battle Creek Colonels. Then on Saturday, they'll travel over to the Summit Sports and Ice Complex in Lockport, Illinois, outside of Chicago, and a date with the Chicago Cougars. That's this Saturday, October 18th. Their next home game, week from today, Wednesday, October 22nd, against MJDP's brothers from across the locker room, the Metro Jets, at PSM Ice House. Face off at 1:30 p.m. Barnashaw sends it across. I was looking for Wasowski. Wasowski to Barnashaw. Backhand pass to Gross over to Bonet with a shot. Save, rebound comes out. Luskin tried to knock it out. Kept in by Bonet. Bonet sends it across. Deflected wide by Barnashaw. Barnashaw over to Gross with a shot. Blocked there by Lejabokov. And Caleb Curto sends it up. This line at the end of a long shift. Bonet. The Barnashaw. The Wasowski with a shot in the paraphernalia of Cameron Cyrus, who hangs on with 9:32 to go here in period number 2.
Boy, the tide sure has changed as the Jets came out with that quick goal coming into the second period. Spacemen responding to that goal, and pretty much ever since then, they've been in control of this period.
Shots 5-4 in favor of Fort Wayne in the second period. Robert Gross takes the draw against Landon Graham. Graham won it back. Ryan Jacobson goes after it. Pressured there by Gorbanov, the former Decatur Blaze. Second leading scorer for the Blaze last season. Robert Gross. Spent 2 years at the Islanders Hockey Club before coming home to Fort Wayne last year. Split time between Fort Wayne's Premier and Elite team. Second leading scorer last year for the Spaceman Elite. 20 goals, 19 assists, 39 points. Volobuev trying to feed it to Gorbanov. Brackett is there, so is Jacobson, so is Ormsby. Logan Ormsby, the 19-year-old Fort Wayne native, played last year with the Trine Thunder ACHA Division II program. Also splitting time with the Spaceman Elite squad before coming back. Donald Pratt, the Graham. Graham off the boards. Into the neutral zone, picked up by Michael Scully. Scully to Volobuev. Nice little toe drag there, shot there, but rebound comes out as Ormsby, nice little toe drag, and now discussing with Blake Brackett on where to go for lunch. And Brackett's telling him, you need to go to the Golden Greek right across the street. Chicken noodle soup, always a great choice.
All that, their breakfasts are fantastic too.
Had breakfast
Good
this morning.
omelets.
Western omelet with hash browns, extra crispy as you know.
With the cheese?
I didn't get cheese this time.
No?
No. Did not get cheese this time.
I get the Mexican omelet.
I got you. 8:08 to go here in period number 2. 5-3 the score. Picked up there by Dylan Davis. To Connor Wilson, or Evan Wilson, excuse me. It's Connor Nelson, the 29. Baderka off the skates of LeGros. Knocked away by LeGros. They'll send it in. Picked up there by Evan Wilson, who scored the second goal for the Spacemen. Not out. Kept in by Boscovich. Shot doesn't go all the way through. Wilson sends it up to Wilson. Nelson to Wilson. Wilson shot. He scores! Evan Wilson, top shelf, bar down. 6-3. Evan Wilson, second of the game, sixth of the season for the 18-year-old from Columbus, Ohio. It's 6-3.
How's that for a scoring game? Only 7:34 left in the second. 9 goals already this game.
Evan Wilson, the former Olentangy Orange Pioneer, Ohio High School Athletic Association, leading scorer last year. 21 games, 21 goals, 17 assists, 38 points last season for the Pioneers outside of Columbus, north of the capital city. 6-3. Thomas LeBlanc knocked away by Nathan Wolf as Preston Slater had his stick knocked out of his hand. MJDP had a 2-0 lead in this game before 4 unanswered goals. Then it was 4-3, and now the Spacemen have responded with 2 more unanswered. Evan Wilson, second of the game, 6th of the season from Michael Scully and Logan Ormsby at 12:24, has given the Spacemen a 6-3 lead. Thomas LeBlanc looking for Chris Kobayashi. Kobayashi trying to feed it back to LeBlanc. Fort Wayne Spaceman's 6th goal, his second of the game.
It's right now, Fort Wayne pretty much, they're just dominating possession right now. They try to go down, quick shot, able to make that save.
And number 23, Logan Ormsby. Time of the goal, 12:24.
Get it out of that zone. That may be a high stick and icing. I'm not.
Second of the game, 6th of the season from Scully and Ormsby at the 12-minute, 24-second mark of the second period.
If he wouldn't have touched that puck with his stick, that would have been an icing.
Yep.
But instead of the puck, instead of it coming down the other way, it is now in the Fort Wayne zone because of that high stick.
So a little bit of a break for MJDP. MJDP trying to crawl back in this game. Trailing 6-3. Noah Baderka briefly pulled MJDP to within 1. Then Fort Wayne on Barnashaw's power play goal and Evan Wilson's second goal of the game. Save made there and a shot by Tyson Feinfrock with 5:42 to go here in period number 2. Fort Wayne Spaceman, Matt Naiman, they are just lethal. They can come at you in a wide variety of ways.
They are, and they're doing exactly that. They're able to find that open ice, get those passes, even from near side to far side, getting that puck all the way across through those passes.
Here's Justinas looking for Benavidez. Instead found Michael Scully. Knocked in by Gorbanov. John Lejabokov playing his second game since being called up from the Jets Elite team. Kept in by Nelson. Nelson steps up, fires, save made. Here's Justinas, grabs the rebound and lobs it up to Benavidez. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Nice play by Colin Nelson to knock it away to negate that 2-on-1. Robert Gross with a shot looking for the far corner, just missed. Fort Wayne continues the attack. Gorbanov knocked away there by Lejabokov. Comes back to Volobuev. Picked up by Caleb Curto. Curto, nice play by Michael Scully, and they're going to catch him on a line change. Here comes Robert Gross. Gross knocked away. Nice play by Landon Graham. Graham knocks it out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Caleb Curto, who backhands it in. And Michael Scully will grab it. And what do we have? Penalty on Robert Gross. As Grant Libsab explaining the penalty, 2-minute monitor for unsportsmanlike conduct will put MJDP on the power play. The Metro Jets Foundation power play for the first time today.
The situation right now that the Jets are going to have to take advantage of to get back into this game with only 4:30 left in this second period.
Metro MJDP 3 for 13 at a 23% ratio on the power play. All the Fort Wayne spacemen on the penalty kill, 81%. But they have scored 4 shorthanded goals, third best in the league. Something to keep an eye on for sure. MJDP absolutely needs something here to climb back in this game. Trailing 6-3. Luska. Kobayashi with a shot, just missed the far corner. And the puck goes all the way back in the neutral zone. Picked up by Daniel Luska.
And
Play
right back
continues.
down the other way.
Indeed. Fort Wayne spaceman penalty, number 3, Robert Gross.
Kobayashi's going to put it right in on net.
Sportsmanlike conduct. Penalty called at 15:28 of the second period.
And Luska able to grab that. Up in the front, quick shot.
Conduct, the 15-minute, 28-second mark of the second period.
And come back around right up the middle, another quick shot save.
Foundation power play. So Robert Gross, 2-minute
Right up to
minor for
Luska.
sportsmanlike. Luska to Yazusianis. Finds up, fires, blocked. Comes back to Luska. Luska feeds it over to Clovis Gamelin. Gamelin fires into the big paw of Gleb Rakoff, who hangs on with 3:07 to go here in period number 2. Fort Wayne out shooting MJDP 10-5 in this second period, 21-16 overall. 21 shots, 6 goals.
And they pretty much, for the most part, on this power play, just shut them down. They're not able to get the room to be able to shoot this puck. They're moving it around the top, but they're not giving them the room to do much more.
Jarrett LeGros to Alex Fournier. Fournier now back to LeGros. Pressure there by Dylan Davis. Over to Noah Berderka. LeGros with a shot. Broken stick. And Cameron Cyrus going to have to play it.
And one more quick push before the end of this power play.
Alex Fournier, long stretch pass to Noah Berderka. Knocked away from him by Nathan Wolf. 5 seconds left in the power play. Fournier to Berderka. Spin move to Aiden Rabone. Rabone trying to feed it out. Nice poke check. Both teams back to full strength. So Fort Wayne, 1 for 1. The penalty kill. Wraparound attempt there. Knocked away by Rakoff. Here comes Robert Gross, fresh out of the penalty box. Over to Gorbanov. Mikhail Gorbanov. Shot saved by Cyrus. Fournier grabs a rebound. Alex Fournier. Trying to feed it up to Rabone, but knocked away there by Colin Nelson. And here comes Nelson, knocked away by Landon Graham. Over to Ronnie Lubers in the corner. Lubers trying to feed it out in front, but knocked away by Michael Scully. And Scully lobs it in the neutral zone. Spencer Stanhope brings it in. Stanhope, the 19-year-old of Spring Lake, Michigan, knocked away from him. Here comes Volobulev. Nikita Volobulev with a shot up high and wide. Lubers had it knocked away. 2-on-1 if they hurry. Landon Graham with Lubers at his right elbow. He'll fire. Blocked there by Bonet. And Robert Gross grabs it. Gross backhand pass. Looking for Gorbanov. Mikhail Gorbanov. Pressured by Stanhope. Pressured by Brackett. Pressured by Boscovich. And now Boscovich will grab it. Mario Boscovich. Pass intercepted by Antoine Bonet. Bonet will bring it in. Knocked away from him. Graham tried to feed it to Brackett. 1 minute remaining in the second period. And the puck deflected up in the netting and out of play. .2 seconds left here in period number 2. MJDP climbed to within 4-3, but Fort Wayne has responded again. It's 6-3. Luska feeds it over to Curdo. Curdo to Lejabokov. Lejabokov now to Luska. Luska back to Lejabokov. Off the boards to Ben McLean. McLean up in the MJDP bench. 39.3 seconds left here in period number 2. Shots now 11-7 in favor of the Spacemen. Scully will send it in. Luska wraps it around the boards for Curdo. Curdo pressured there by Vasotsky as well as Scully. 25 seconds left here in period number 2. Vasotsky digs it out. Pressured there by Curdo. Trying to feed to Barnashov. Got a shot off anyways. The Cyrus back over to Vasotsky. Kept in by Scully. Shot blocked there by Lejabokov. Curdo sends it over to Benavidez. Benavidez on a break with a shot. Saved by Raykov. Rebound to McLean with a shot. Patted away by Raykov as a horn sounds to end period number 2. Shots on goal in the second period. Fort Wayne with 11, 2-period total of 22. MJDP with 9, 2-period total of 20. The score at the end of 2 periods of play, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 6, MJDP 3. DTS Drivetrain Specialist, second period interview. As our appearance by Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on ice reporter Sarah Vassar is going to talk to the gentleman who put the third goal on the board for MJDP. It is the 19-year-old Petoskey, Michigan, Noah Benurka, standing by with Sarah Vassar.
Thanks, Matt. So Noah, you have 1 goal so far. Was your preparation for this game, did that lead you to that goal? Was it perchance playing to touch and with or without hitting anyone in the face?
I mean, yeah, that definitely had a big thing to do with it. You know, we had like the full team playing today. That was good. And yeah, a couple guys got hit in the face. I mean, it happens, but yeah.
So what do you think that you guys have to do heading into this third period to change the score?
I mean, we just got to keep getting pucks behind their defense. It's little mistakes. We've been all over them. It's just every mistake they're capitalizing. We know they got a good power play. This is already the 3rd time we played them. We just got to stay out of the box, get pucks behind them, and just bear down 1 goal at a time.
All right, well, good luck with the rest of the game. Back up to you guys on the flight deck.
Thank you so much, Sarah. We've played 2 periods of play. Our second game of our Wednesday doubleheader. The score, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 6, MJDP 3. Take a short break, come back for a second period recap and start of the third period. You're watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. And welcome back to Mount Clemens Ice Arena. We're located approximately 30 minutes northeast of Motown, Detroit. In Mount Clemens, Michigan, Game 2 of our Wednesday doubleheader. This matchup in USPHL Premier Play. The score at the end of 2 periods, the Fort Wayne Spacemen 6, Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP 3. My name is Matt Preer, the voice of the Metro Jets Hockey Club up behind the flight deck, alongside Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. Tyler Naiman manned the controls on the camera, providing all the visual effects. While Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club on Ice reporter Sarah Vassar continues to stalk her prey around MCIA. As we jump into the DTS Drivetrain Specialist second period recap. For over 40 years, DTS has been the place to go for hardcore drivetrain solutions. Founded and run by performance enthusiasts, DTS is the kind of place you're looking for but can never find. Located in Warren, Michigan, DTS is the place for all the high-performance parts, all the hardware knowledge required to make them work. In hardcore applications, go to drivetrainspecialist.com or call 1-800-521-0628. Shots on goal in that second period. Fort Wayne with 11, 2-period total of 22, while MJDP with 9, 2-period total of 20. And just like in the first period, MJDP got the scoring started in the second period. Noah Badurka, beautiful shot past goaltender Gleb Rakoff. His first of the season from John Legibokov and Daniel Luska at the 3:15 mark of the second period. Pulled MJDP within 1. They trail 4-3. But then the Spacemen come back. Second goal on the power play of the game. This time, Ivan Barnashov, his 12th goal of the season from Preston Slater at 7:24, gave the Spacemen a 5-3 lead. They made it 6-3 with Evan Wilson's second goal of the game, 6th of the season, from Michael Scully and Logan Ormsby at the 12:24 mark. And that's where we're at. A score of 6-3. Other scores today. Islanders Hockey Club, 2-0 victors over the South Shore Kings. Islanders Hockey Club having a good season. As IHC now 9-0 this season.
Wow.
Boston Junior Rangers defeated the Thunder Hockey Club 5-1 earlier today. Later on tonight, 7:30 face-off, Toledo Cherokee hosts the Columbus Mavericks, a rare Wednesday game in the Great Lakes Division, while the Minnesota Squatch will host the Minnesota Mullets later on tonight. 8:15 Eastern Time face-off. We get set for period number 3. MJDP, of course, the home team here at MCIA, wearing the home blues with a white and red trim. They'll be skating right to left on your television screen with a Fort Wayne Spacemen. Play their home games at the PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana, wearing the road whites. With the orange, gray, and black trim, they're skating left to right on your Black Bear TV dial. Whether it's your Android, your iPhone, your iPad, your laptop, your big screen TV, however or wherever you're watching us, we certainly appreciate you tuning in on the new exclusive home of USPHL hockey. That, of course, is Black Bear TV. MJDP, like they've done in the first 2 periods, need a goal quick. They trail 6-3, Matt Naiman.
Yeah, they got to somehow come up with 3 goals in this period just to tie it up. And it's going to be a tall order with the way this Fort Wayne Spaceman team's playing right now.
Third period underway. Templeton over to Bonet. Bonet, long stretch pass to Bogdan Vasovsky. Vasovsky fires, saved by Cyrus, and he'll hang on. 19:47 to go here in the third period. Already a third meeting of the season between these two clubs. These two teams won't see each other again until January 9th, 2026, here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Kind of a fluke in the schedule. 6 games between these two clubs. MJDP has already been to PSM Ice House twice. This game and the final 3 are all here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. As Rakoff makes the save. These Fort Wayne Spacemen will play the Metro Jets. MJDP's brothers from across the locker room 3 times, including their next home game next Wednesday, October 22nd at PSM Ice House. They'll play each other again on December 11th at the Chicago Showcase. And then the Spacemen come back here to Mount Clemens Ice Arena on January 8th to take on the Metro Jets before facing MJDP the next day on January 9th. Kobayashi to LeBlanc. LeBlanc with a shot off the blocker of Rakoff. And here come the Spacemen. Gorbanov. Fed it up, knocked away there by the 50 Spencer Stanhope. To LeBlanc, trying to feed it to Kobayashi, but knocked away by Volobuev. Comes back to Paul Yazusianis. Yazusianis brings it in. Backhand shot, saved by Rakoff. Boy, Yazusianis with a hard slash. Here's Volobuev. Backhand shot, and he scores. Nikita Volobuev turned Cameron Cyrus inside out for his second goal of the game. 7th of the season. It's 7-3. That was pretty.
Not the start into the third period that the Jets needed.
Nikita Volobuev. That's 2 goals for him. Check that.
I believe that's
a
number
hat
3.
Trick. That's a hat trick for Volobuev. 3-goal hat trick for Nikita Volobuev. His 8th of the season. And the Spacemen keep rolling. 7-3. Krukov. Haven't seen much of Ivan Krukov today. Krukov been playing on the elite team, where he scored 3 goals. Getting the well-deserved call up to the premier squad. LeGros on the turnover. Shot saved by Rakoff. Picked up by Nelson on the rebound. Nikita Volobuev, his 3rd of the game, the hat trick, 7th of the season for Robert Gross and Mikhail Gorbanov at the 2-minute mark, has given the Spacemen a 7-3 lead. We were talking off air, Matt Naiman. There are a lot of players, 8 total, that played last year on the Metro Jets elite team, now playing with MJDP. And as we know, elite and premier, very, very different.
Yes. Yeah.
Shot there, saved by Rakoff. Combined with the experience of the Spacemen are going to be a force to be reckoned with. As Varnashaw brings it in. Over to Visovsky, lost it in his skate. Cyrus with a save, rebound comes out. And Cyrus covers it up with 16:07 to go.
Yeah, Spacemen.
Period number 3.
Spacemen pushing hard to make it 10 in a row, and it's looking like they're going to be able to do it with a 4-goal differential here with 16:06 left in the third period.
Nikita Volobuev, the 3-goal hat trick, has made it 7-3. Spell that, Volobuiev.
And you want to know something, just looking back at, as long as we've both been doing stuff here with the Jets, how often have you seen a hat trick scored against the Jets?
Doesn't happen often.
It does not.
Doesn't happen often. Fort Wayne Spaceman's 7th goal. His 3rd goal of the game, 7th of the season, the hat trick.
Fournier tried firing that in. That shot was blocked. Fort Wayne's going to come back down the other way. Tried putting that up the center. Slater's going to intercept that, pass that back.
Spaceman's 7th goal.
Up to Slater. Slater's going to put it up the middle. Oh, almost had a breakaway there. Just wasn't able to gather that one up.
Here's Yusianis. Try to feed it up to Kobayashi. Chris Kobayashi will bring it in. Try to feed it over to the 11 of Lucas Benavides. At the end of a long shift. Come back to Caleb Curto. Curto not really wanting to celebrate his 18th birthday this way, but he did get an assist today. Robert Gross. Knocked it away. Clovis Gamelin. To Kobayashi. Had an off-angle shot. Didn't get all of it on it.
Yeah, it looked like he really wasn't expecting that to go right in front of him like it did.
Stanhope had a little trouble with the puck. That creates a turnover. Gross. Gorbanov back to Gross. The shot goes wide. Comes back to LeBlanc. Picked off there by Wollington with a shot. Glove down by Cameron Cyrus with 14:02 to go here in period number 3.
Yeah, Jets just don't seem to have an answer for this offense that Fort Wayne's giving them right now.
Nikita Volobula, 3 goals and 1 assist today. Mikhail Gorbanov, 3 assists. Robert Gross, a goal and 2 assists. Evan Wilson with 2 goals. Michael Scully, 2 assists. And we know Kaylee Schrock is watching. He had some business to attend to in the Fort Wayne area. Not with us today. But Kaylee Schrock looking to add off to everyone's last name on the spaceman. As Rakoff makes a save. Everybody on the Spacemans, their last name is going to end in OV.
Yeah.
You know Kaylee's laughing at that right now.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
At the 28, excuse me. Alex Krukov, see? Krukov and Nathan Wolfoff. Rex Wollingtonoff is right there. So is Colin Nelsonoff. Tyson Feinfrockoff. Now you know what I said. Rabone off. Shot there goes wide. Alex Fournier. Deflected. And a lucky fan from Fort Wayne, Indiana, going to pick up a souvenir puck.
And none of the boys want to get it. It went right in the trash can. Went in the trash can. All the boys are like, no. They're like, look at that.
Wait a minute. Would that be a three-pointer? Would that be a three-pointer?
Yeah.
Yeah, Luca Peavin said it's a three-pointer. So, all right.
Oh, there you go. He's getting it. He's digging. Nope, still didn't get it.
It's in there somewhere. Picked up there by Barnashaw. Feeds it over to Preston Slater. Slater to Wagner Visosky with a shot. Patted away by Cyrus. It's not that Cameron Cyrus is playing bad. It's just he's faced a few shots, and the goals that has gotten by him, it'd be hard pressed for Connor Hellebuck to stop those. Antoine Bonet over to Slater to Visosky. Bogdan Visosky over to Ivan Barnashaw. Barnashaw puts on the brace, leaving for Visosky. Visosky back to Barnashaw.
Oh, he had that wide open, too.
Bonet. Shot there to Scully into the big paw of Cameron Cyrus, who hangs on. 11:37 to go. I'm about to turn to you. See, I knew Schrock was listening. I knew he was. Hi, Kaylee Schrock. See you in a couple weeks at the USPHL Fort Wayne Showcase. (7-3) the score. Fort Wayne looking at 10 wins in a row in their 11th game.
You know, man, I'm surprised you don't have the stat on what's the greatest start that they've had.
This has got to be pretty close for the
It's got to be. It's got to be, I'm thinking.
Schrock can back me up on that. It's probably the one,
he'll text you and let you know.
Probably the fastest start in spaceman history. It'd be a safe assumption, at least.
Yeah.
Deflected in by Tyson Feinfrock. Boscovich. Knocked away by Benke. Brandon Benke, the 19-year-old from South Elgin, Illinois. Gets it back. He played last year with the Chicago Cougars. On Cyrus. Cyrus either there for Spencer Stanhope. Stanhope over to Mario Boscovich. MJDP has got 9 games in the group. Here's Kobayashi. Sends it across with a shot. Rakoff with a save. Comes sprawling across. The stick
He's
goes
without
flying.
a stick.
Big stop by Gleb Rakoff. Gets a stick there for the 29 of Colin Nelson. Was perfectly legal. Gable with a shot. Sticked away. Nice awareness by Nelson to get Rakoff his stick back. Coming across, Volapuev having a shot, looking for his 4th goal. Wondering out loud if there's a translator.
Right?
For Nikita Volapuev. May need one for our Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. Templeton dumps it in for Daniel Luska. Luska over to John Ledgerbokoff. Kobayashi off the boards. Looking for LeBlanc, intercepted by Antoine Bonet. Bonet will bring it in. He's got speed. Brings it in. Shot off the side of the net. 8:22 to go here in period number 3. Fort Wayne in command. Bonet with a shot. Blockered away by Cyrus. Another shot. Sticked away. Robert Gross is right there. Looking for the deflection. Off the boards. Badurka goes after it.
Ooh, right
Nice
across
shot.
the paint.
Indeed it was. Picked up by Gorbanov. Gorbanov trying to feed it over to Wolf. And of course, general manager, head coach Kaylee Schrock, ever so timely. Through 11 games, best start, franchise history.
There you go. They're right there.
It's also the second worst start.
Really?
They started 0-1.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Kaylee Schrock would make a good color analyst. I gotta see if I can talk him into doing color for me on a game at the Fort Wayne Showcase.
Ooh, that'd be
It'd
interesting.
be fun. Of course, we always had the traditional Justin Kinville color analyst game during the Detroit Showcase. Backhand shot scored. Barnashoff may have popped that in. 8-3. And indeed, Ivan Barnashoff picks up the goal. His second of the game. 13th of the season for Ivan Barnashoff, the 19-year-old from Tomsk, Russia. And Fort Wayne on their way to their 10th straight victory.
You know, I'll tell you what, Matt, you are going to have your hands full for player of the game.
It's going to be it's probably going to be a Russian.
All right, well, you know, we got to tell Schrock that he's no longer allowed to get Russians unless he has a translator.
Right? Eight to 3, the score.
I could only imagine what his response is to that one.
I see the dots going, so I'm waiting for the response. So 6:28 to go here in period number 3.
Yeah, Fort Wayne's just moving that puck just so good up and down the ice. The Jets just do not have an answer for it. As they're moving around,
And MJDP is going to have 9 days to think about this. Their next game is on Friday, October 24th at the rink BC against the Battle Creek Colonels. So MJDP's got 9 days to think about this. Ivan Barnashov is second of the game, 13th of the season, from Bogdan Vasovsky and Rex Wollington at 13:02. Has given the spaceman And Mr. Schrock, he said he would absolutely do color with me on a Fort
There
Wayne
we go.
Showcase game. We got to pick a game
That would be
now.
fun. That would be a lot of fun.
That's going to be fun. It's going to have to be a neutral game where the Jets or the Spacemen are not playing.
Yeah.
So we'll do that for sure. Like a Cincinnati-Chicago game or something like that. That would be fun. We'll have to work on the schedule. We'll have to take a look at that Fort Wayne Spaceman schedule. Fort Wayne Spaceman's 8th goal, his 2nd of the game, 13th of the
There's
season.
right now, long stretch pass. McLean intercepts there at center ice.
Assisted by number 89, Bogdan Wasowski, and number 21, Rex
And
Warrington.
Kurto's got it right there.
13:02 the third period.
Intercepted by Krukov, bringing it over. And
Second of the game, 13th of the
right
season.
behind the net, going around the
Wasowski and
corner.
Warrington at 13 minutes, 2 second mark
Kurto tries
of the
to
third
intercept,
period.
and it's up along the wall, going all the wall along the back.
8-3. Ivan Barnashoff with 2 goals. Eight to 3 to score.
Blocked it away. Luska trying to keep that in, just not able to do it. And here comes Wilson. Intercepted back across. LeBlanc going for chase in the corner. And right now, Fort Wayne's going to get that back. Going to pass that up along center ice, looking for somewhere to go. Right up center. Quick shot, kicked aside.
4 minutes to go here in period number 3. You know, Matt, between the Russians and the French Canadians that the spacemen have.
You're getting your vowels in.
Well, we hope Nikita Volobuev has a translator. 3 goals and 1 assist.
You know, I do have a handheld translator. Maybe I should start bringing it.
Right.
We know when Fort Wayne's in town, we may need it. What a move.
Shot there. That was Mikhail Gorbanov. Benke sends it in. Robert Gross will grab it. 8-3 to score. Fort Wayne will climb to 10-1. As they'll play the Battle Creek Colonels this Friday, October 17th at the Rink BC in Battle Creek, Michigan. MJDP falls to 1-4. And as mentioned, they got 9 days to think about this one before the next game against the Battle Creek Colonels a week from Friday, October 24th, also at the Rink BC. Shot there saved by Cyrus. MJDP is actually out shooting the Spacemen 12-11 here in the third period. .220 to go. Big hit there by Tyson Feinfrock. And the puck is underneath. Whistle blows. That was a big hit by Feinfrock. And we see our first appearance today by athletic trainer Haley Naiman. You know her.
No, I don't.
No?
No.
You don't claim her anyways.
No, I won't claim that.
And that is Lucas Benavides, who's slow to get up. Big hit by Feinfrock. 6'4", 198-pounder. Benavides only 5'9", giving up 7 inches of height. .211 to go here in period number 3.
We'll get it figured out, Matt.
Yep. Rabone, 3-on-2 now. Over to Brackett. Brackett looking for Badurka to score!
He didn't even know he scored that. It
No,
went right off him.
Badurka, second of the game. His second of the season. Deflected off of Badurka behind goaltender Gleb Rakoff. And it's 8-4. So Noah Badurka, his second of the game. Makes it 8-4 with 1:51 to go. Here in period number 3. Xavier Templeton sends it in. And that's going to be icing. $1:41 to go. Eight to 4 the score. And again, it's worth to point out MJDP is out shooting the Fort Wayne Spacemen here in the third period.
How are we looking total?
Fort Wayne by 1.
So fairly even on shots. I mean, you can say pretty much even on shots, but not even on the scoreboard. That's for sure.
Noah Badurka, second of the game, second of the season from Aiden Rabone and Blake Brackett at 18:09. Metro Jets Development Program's fourth goal, his second of the game, second of the season. Scored by number 97, Noah Badurka. Assisted by number 91, Aiden Rabone. And number 10, Blake Brackett. Time of the goal, 18:09 of the third period. That's MJDP's fourth goal. Badurka is second of the game, second of the season.
As we're coming down to a minute, as Lejabokov's going to put that all the way into the back of the net. Behind the net.
1 minute remaining in the third period.
As that comes all the way out of the zone, Lubbers over to Graham.
Graham would try to get it around Xavier Templeton. Picked up by Logan Ormsby. So the Fort Wayne Spacemen will climb to 10-1. Their 10th straight victory after losing their season opener back in September against the Red River Spartans. 3-on-1, Gorbanov. Backhander, save off the mask. He'll get it back. Another shot saved by Cyrus. And picked off there by Caleb Curdo. Curdo to Thomas LeBlanc, who sends it in. Time winding down. The Fort Wayne Spacemen will climb to 10-1. An 8-4 victory over the Metro Jets Development Program as the horn sounds to end this one. Shots on goal in the third period. Fort Wayne Spacemen with 14, game total of 36. While the Metro Jets Development Program with 13, game total of 33. Final score, Fort Wayne Spacemen 8, Metro Jets Development Program 4. Your Ocean Blue Development 3 stars of the game. Brought to you by Ocean Blue Development out of Tampa, Florida, developing residential real estate aimed at workforce buyers in the great state of Florida and providing investors with attractive risk-adjusted returns by investing in small to mid-sized residential real estate development projects in high-demand markets around the southeast United States. Your 3 stars of the game. Number 3 star for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. 2 goals for the number 70 of Ivan Barnashoff. Your number 2 star of the game. 3 assists today. Also for the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The number 17, Mikhail Gorbanov. And your number 1 star of the game, 3 goals, 1 assist for the Fort Wayne Spacemen, the 15, Nikita Volobuev. And because of the limited English that
The language barrier.
Volobuev has, we are going to forego our Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game interview.
But hats off to you, helmet off to you, whatever. Great job out there.
Absolutely, for sure. As we were informed that Nikita Volobuev's English is very limited, and we don't want to put him through you know, the interview, have to do the translator thing, all that kind of stuff. But a great job.
Yeah, great job nonetheless.
Absolutely. So Nikita Volobuyev, 3 goals and 1 assist, your Ocean Blue Development Player of the Game. MJDP is going to have 9 days to think about this one, Matt Naiman, before their next game. A week from Friday, October 24th, which will ironically start a very lengthy road trip for MJDP. The next time MJDP has a home game here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena is during the USPHL Detroit Showcase. So they will play a game here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena 2 weeks from tonight, Wednesday, October 29th, which is the next home game overall here at Mount Clemens Ice Arena. They are the road team against their brothers from across the locker room, the Metro Jets.
Yeah, another good game. I mean, both those guys, you know, the love they have for each other, they support each other, but when it comes to a game like that, no holds barred. They're going to play.
Fort Wayne has 2 more games this weekend. This Friday, October 17th, the Spacemen travel to the rink BC in Battle Creek, Michigan. They have a date with the Battle Creek Colonels, 7 o'clock face-off, and then the next night, Saturday, October 18th, the Spacemen travel to the Summit Sports and Ice Complex in Lockport, Illinois to face off against Chicago Cougars.
Look at Sarah out there doing the net.
Next home game for the Fort Wayne Spacemen at PSM Ice House in Fort Wayne, Indiana, a week from today, Wednesday, October 22nd, as the Spacemen will take on MJDP's brothers from across the locker room, the Metro Jets, at PSM Ice House next Wednesday, October 22nd, 1:30 face-off. Again, reminder, next home game here at MCIA 2 weeks from today. Wednesday, October the 29th, the Metro Jets host the Metro Jets Development Program. Vital Title Insurance Agency pregame show at 11:30 a.m., face-off at high noon, 12 p.m. Final thoughts, Matt?
Well, they DP definitely just didn't have anything for them. They came out quick, which was great to see, but they couldn't keep it up, and Spacemen kept that winning streak going, and kudos to them. Great job.
So final score from earlier today, the Metro Jets Elite 3-2 victors in a shootout over the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite, with the Spacemen's big brothers on the premier side prevailing 8-4 over the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP. For all of us, the Metro Jets Hockey Club, for Pete Kamick, Justin Kinville, Jimmy Lovell, Jake Howie, Danny Vanderweel, Randy Wilson, as well as Mike Sutt, Joe Mueller, Paulie Sheridan, Matt McKinder, Haley Naiman, Dave Ross. For Tyler Naiman, our big dog on the camera, from Mount Clemens Figure Skating Club online reporter Sarah Vassar, from my partner in crime, Black Bear TV broadcast producer and color analyst Matt Naiman. My name is Matt Preer, saying good afternoon from Mount Clemens Ice Arena. Once again, a pair of finals. Metro Jets Elite 3-2 shootout over the Fort Wayne Spacemen Elite, or the Fort Wayne Spacemen Premier 8-4 victors over the Metro Jets Development Program, MJDP. You've been watching Metro Jets Hockey live exclusively on Black Bear TV. Good afternoon, everybody.